Your favorite voice from Saultsports.com. What does Spotify and YouTube Music have in common? One thing: automation. What we hear is generated by content-driven algorithms, not people. We are bringing back a much-needed human connection with our online radio station, Northern Sports Radio. We will shine the brightest when we put our listeners in the spotlight. Say hello during talk shows with live phone-ins. Start conversations, build loyalty, and create a community of fans who will help spread the word about Northern Sports Radio. Saultsports.com owner and Northern Sports Radio founder Jay Houselander asked me to welcome you to our Patreon page for Northern Sports Radio. Patreon is a platform where you can support your favorite artists and creators, the ones you really connect with. In return, you'll receive perks such as recognition bonus, content, exclusive access, and so on. I think you get the idea. Patreon is used by YouTubers, singers, songwriters, artists, writers, and is now being used by us at Northern Sports Radio. Over the last 12 years or so, we've gotten so many emails from our followers and listeners, just like you, who are thanking us for our coverage on Saultsports.com. They have let us know how much they love our coverage, and we are now jumping in with both feet into the world of radio. We are extremely passionate about promoting youth, high school, and collegiate athletic accomplishments that often go uncovered out here in Northern Ontario. We have so much fun putting together the stories, interviews, live streams, and laying out the programming for the radio station. But it does take a lot of time, and it does cost money. This entire thing started out as a little hobby for us, but the response has been so great, it actually kind of took us off guard. So we're asking for your support. We need your support. This Patreon page is a blessing, and we definitely don't want the station to become sort of a mini fundraiser every week. That's why we love the Patreon page we have set up. You'll get access to all types of bonus material, and like I said, at just $5 a month, it's like buying me a cup of coffee or a soda every month. We will really appreciate your support. Thank you so much, and make sure you start listening to Northern Sports Radio. And be sure to message us and say hi when you get on Patreon. We're looking and hoping for 500 Patreon supporters by the end of 2023. Jump in with both feet and help us continue to give athletes from Northern Ontario a voice. I'm Tony Bonifero, your favorite voice from Saultsports.com. What does Spotify and YouTube Music have in common? One thing: automation. What we hear is generated by content-driven algorithms, not people. We are bringing back a much-needed human connection with our online radio station, Northern Sports Radio. We will shine the brightest when we put our listeners in the spotlight. Say hello during talk shows with live phone-ins. Start conversations, build loyalty, and create a community of fans who will help spread the word about Northern Sports Radio. Saultsports.com owner and Northern Sports Radio founder Jay Houselander asked me to welcome you to our Patreon page for Northern Sports Radio. Patreon is a platform where you can support your favorite artists and creators, the ones you really connect with. In return, you'll receive perks such as recognition bonus, content, exclusive access, and so on. I think you get the idea. Patreon is used by YouTubers, singers, songwriters, artists, writers, and is now being used by us at Northern Sports Radio. Over the last 12 years or so, we've gotten so many emails from our followers and listeners, just like you, who are thanking us for our coverage on Saultsports.com. They have let us know how much they love our coverage, and we are now jumping in with both feet into the world of radio. We are extremely passionate about promoting youth, high school, and collegiate athletic accomplishments that often go uncovered out here in Northern Ontario. We have so much fun putting together the stories, interviews, live streams, and laying out the programming for the radio station. But it does take a lot of time, and it does cost money. This entire thing started out as a little hobby for us, but the response has been so great, it actually kind of took us off guard. So we're asking for your support. We need your support. This Patreon page is a blessing, and we definitely don't want the station to become sort of a mini fundraiser every week. That's why we love the Patreon page we have set up. You'll get access to all types of bonus material, and like I said, at just $5 a month, it's like buying me a cup of coffee or a soda every month. We will really appreciate your support. Thank you so much, and make sure you start listening to Northern Sports Radio. And be sure to message us and say hi when you get on Patreon. We're looking and hoping for 500 Patreon supporters by the end of 2023. Jump in with both feet and help us continue to give athletes from Northern Ontario a voice. favorite voice from Saultsports.com. What does Spotify and YouTube Music have in common? One thing: automation. What we hear is generated by content-driven algorithms, not people. We are bringing back a much-needed human connection with our online radio station, Northern Sports Radio. We will shine the brightest when we put our listeners in the spotlight. Say hello during talk shows with live phone-ins. Start conversations, build loyalty, and create a community of fans who will help spread the word about Northern Sports Radio. Saultsports.com owner and Northern Sports Radio founder Jay Houselander asked me to welcome you to our Patreon page for Northern Sports Radio. Patreon is a platform where you can support your favorite artists and creators, the ones you really connect with. In return, you'll receive perks such as recognition bonus, content, exclusive access, and so on. I think you get the idea. Patreon is used by YouTubers, singers, songwriters, artists, writers, and is now being used by us at Northern Sports Radio. Over the last 12 years or so, we've gotten so many emails from our followers and listeners, just like you, who are thanking us for our coverage on Saultsports.com. They have let us know how much they love our coverage, and we are now jumping in with both feet into the world of radio. We are extremely passionate about promoting youth, high school, and collegiate athletic accomplishments that often go uncovered up here in Northern Ontario. We have so much fun putting together the stories, interviews, live streams,
and the like. Lots of options and lots of weapons, like we said. So they probably want to keep the ball out of their hands on a big return opportunity. So.
Owen Malott-Bennett, Scott, first time we've seen him this year playing quarterback here for the Chatham Kent Cougars. We've only seen 2 throws by him, but my goodness, that ball, those first 2 throws were beautiful throws. The second one was a little bit high, but he has a live arm, it looks like, and if the Cougars are want to be in this game, it looks like they're going to have to rely on his arm quite a bit.
And it looks like a run and gun they're going to look to be an offensive game here, and that looks to be their weapon of choice is going through the air. So we haven't seen their run game yet, but I'm sure over the course of a long game we'll see all that develop. But a real nice arm on the young quarterback.
So it looks like the officials are having a quick conversation with the coach of the Chatham Kent Cougars, who are coached by
just a reminder, folks,
Selwyn Jordan.
The total pot for the
so we'll see
Ontario
what
Summer
Coach
Football
Jordan
League raffle
decides
is
to do here.
$93,000. Winner takes home 46 as of right now. Draw is August 6th. Visit www.footballontario.raffle.
So at 10:39 in the first quarter, we're waiting on some officials to rule on the play. But if you have nothing to do today, thanks for joining us on Saultsports.com. If you come down to the Spear Heights Field, we have a great matchup here. Quarterfinal game between the Chatham Kent Cougars and the Sault Sabercats. I think it's about $5 to get in. Great entertainment value. We'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. Come on down here and support your local football. Again, the winner of this one goes on to the semifinal next week, Saturday. In the case of next week's game, we will host if we are victorious in this game today. But let's focus on the now. And today's challenge is the Chatham Kent Cougars. So a little bit of delay. We'll be with you shortly with our third down for the Chatham Kent Cougars.
While we have a quick break in the action, we'd just like to thank one of our sponsors. We'd like to thank Pocket's Confectionery, who are located at 383 Cora Road in Sault Ste Marie. Pocket Confectionery offers products for your everyday needs, including ATM, propane exchange, ice, snacks, lottery, and much more. The store hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday and 9 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday and Sunday.
The Cats will take over on
it
that.
looks like they will decline the penalty after all of that, which, that's what we talked about probably is the right move. That's something it seems like the right call, right? You want to pin them deep, and it's a good start.
Well, it's certainly one of those things. Quarterback center exchanges, the long snaps for the punt, everything can go wrong. So they're electing to go on the safe side, pin the Sabercats at their own 30. They'll have to march a long way. And Matty Tucker is under center to take the snaps and lead these Sabercats. So
Matty Tucker will line up under center. He gets the call from the sidelines. Looks like the Cougars are
Matty
coming
Tucker,
out
your quarterback for your Sabercats.
With a 4-man line here. Tucker lines up with Provenzano in the backfield. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Provenzano lined up to the right of Tucker. There's the snap. Tucker takes a quick throw to the outside. It's taken there by Nate Carter. And Nate Carter kicks it to the outside. And he shows those wheels. And Nate Carter, he picks up 20 yards on the play.
That'll be first down, Sabercats.
Nice little hitch pass there to Carter.
Some interesting play calling on the offense for both teams, both electing to go to the throw right off the hop. Beautiful pass to the right side here, and Carter made a nice move, had a few blocks downfield, and was able to pick up a nice little gain. Brings up the first down at the 49 of the Sabercats.
Yeah, it looks like Evan Starr is down here for the Cougars. Didn't really see what happened there, but it looks like they're looking at his hip or his side or something. I think maybe let's hope he just kind of stepped funny and pulled the muscle in there, because I don't think he got hit. He wasn't involved in the tackle or anything. So
they're addressing his side by his hips there, so hopefully maybe just got collateral damage on the tackle. But he's listed. Evan Starr is as a wide receiver, so playing on defenses, so both sides of the ball for this little depleted team. They look like they have about 30 men on the roster, which is tough in playoff ball, and for a football team. So you'll see some of these guys going two ways.
Nice to see Star able to walk off. So the Sault Sabercats will have the ball first down and 10 from their own 49-yard line, going left to right on your radio dial with 10:15 to play here in the first quarter. Matty Tucker lines up. Looks like he's going to have 3 receivers to his left here.
And it looks like they're in the single back formation with Provenzano being the feature guy. So maybe we'll mix her up a little later and see a little more Thibodeau in the 2-back set. But right now, often with a lot of receivers on the deck. The scouting report is that they do play a man defense for the most part until they get beat on it. So we'll see what they have in store for Sault Sabercats.
Sabercats quads left. On the play, Tucker takes the snap. He looks to his left. There's nothing. He decides to tuck it, and Tucker's wrapped up from behind by number 1, Wesley Dean. What a stop there by Dean. Great coverage on the back end. If you notice what the Cougars did there, they ran a cover 2, right? They got 2 real high safeties playing almost 20 yards off the ball.
As soon as I indicate that they're going man-to-man, they go to a cover 2 and defend it well. Matty Tucker, had he put it away, might have gone a couple of yards, but he was lucky to protect that ball as the guy came from behind, and easy to swat that ball loose. But Tucker did a nice job hanging on. 2nd and 9 from the 50.
Trudeau motions down, 3 receivers to his left. He takes the snap. He looks, and the throw. Jaden Trudeau can't corral that one, and it's going to be third down and 9. Big defensive stop here early on for the Chatham Kent Cougars. We'll see about the field position here. The Sabercats definitely have a weapon as a punter, right? They have one of the better punters in the province with Daniel Bombacco, who can, boot the ball 40, 50 yards when he gets a hold of it. So we'll see what they decide to do here. This is a good way to try and, change the field position here if they can get a nice kick.
And Chatham Kent looking at some personnel changes, running guys off the field. You have the proper assignments.
Roberts and Holdaway back to return. The snaps there. Bombacco with a big kick. And it bounces over. Then he touched it. Oh, good play there. And what a coverage tackle by Landon Carton as he gets down there and makes it. And there is a flag, though,
tackled immediately with Carton.
With help from Seamus Parlow on the tackle. Nice pursuit. Ball took a big bounce, was tipped, and became live.
From looked like number 6, Seamus Parlow. We do have a flag down.
I don't know what the flag was for.
I don't know. The ref looked at well, let's see what the call is, because I have a suspicion about what the call is, but we'll see what it is.
Flag is deep back towards the spot of the punt, but
it's an objectionable conduct penalty against Daniel Bombacco. He said some things
like
to the official.
The
I believe there, or unsportsmanlike conduct, I believe, or objectionable conduct. That's what it looked like the call was, but I'm not exactly sure, I guess. But
so after a fantastic punt, that'll bring the Chatham Cougars back into a reasonable starting point, probably about their 35-40, depends on the spot here, from the 33-yard line. So hopefully we'll be able to shore up those.
I'm not sure what that call. I mean, it was definitely an objectionable conduct call. It might have been on Carter too. We're not exactly sure from up here, but either way, the Chatham Kent Cougars will take over 1st and 10, and there's the first run. It's a handoff up the middle.
Handoff from Drake
Duplessis is just swallowed up inside by the defense, led by number 93, Nick Carter. Nice job there. Nick Carter is an absolute stud football player. Everyone knows what he brings to the table. Nate and Nick Carter, the brothers. And Nick is going away to St. Clair College, I believe, in the fall as well. Actually, tomorrow.
Bennett again.
Yeah, great ability and great agility for a big fella. He'll slap him inside at the nose tackle. He's also played on the outside, so and get around and get to the ball.
And there's a sweep to the outside, and Holdaway
with Holdaway he stopped after a short game.
Stopped on the left side.
Probably back to the original line of scrimmage.
Ethan Carchidi in on the top.
Bring up 3rd and 9.
Ethan Carchidi making the stop. Ethan Karkides, one heck
Looks
of
like
a
it's a 4-yard
linebacker.
gain,
He
sets
goes to
up third and
goes to
8.
Cora Collegiate here in Sault Ste Marie.
Punt team out
Ethan's
for
been playing
Chatham Kent.
football for
Daniel
as long as
Babacco
I can
back
remember.
for
And Ethan comes from an
your
outstanding
Sabercats.
family. His brother Zach was a good football player too, and Ethan is just following in the footsteps of being an athlete in the Karkidi family. As there's a nice kick to the right side, but that's going to go out around the 50-yard
Kicked out of
line.
bounds.
And I believe the Sabercats will take over first down and
Sabercats
10. The official
We'll
keeps
take
moving
over
up.
first
It'll
and
be
10.
first
Looks like
and
it's going to
10
get marked at around
from midfield.
40,
Looks about the
55 yard
53
line,
for
midfield.
the Sabercat zone. So.
Looks like midfield. He's going to spot it. Yep.
He is, yeah, right at
on
55.
the 55-yard line. So the Sault Sabercats will take over first and 10. We talked about the offense on this Sabercats team. They have, 4 wide receivers who are absolute studs. Could be number 1 receivers on any other team in the league, arguably, and the depth is just absolutely crazy. As you know, for this team. Tucker now takes it. Tucker hands it off inside
Tucker
to
with a handoff.
Provenzano. Provenzano with his first
Goes
run
to Ronan
up
Provenzano.
the middle, and nice tackle
Trying to
inside
tackle,
by
trying to shift the
number
ball. Gets about
18.
4 good hard yards.
We don't have an 18 on our roster
Looks
here,
like number 18.
unfortunately.
For the Chatham Kent Cougars in on the tackle, we do not have an
And of course, it's late in the quarter. I'm sure Provenzano's excited to get his first touch and get his licks in, and now he's settled into his
Second
game
and
here. So
6.
2nd and 6.
Tucker takes it. He's got 3 receivers lined up to his right, 2 to his left. He takes the handoff. He looks, and he dumps it out to Provenzano, and the throw is
Tucker
just
tries
over
to
his
dump
head.
it off to
There's no
Provenzano.
flag, or there was no whistle.
No whistle, so
They're
they're
playing as if it was
playing
live.
live ball.
Is that if they call that?
No.
It was tough to tell if that was live, but if that's a live ball, that's going to be out on the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 10-yard loss.
I think the quarterback was behind the receiver. Otherwise, they're ruling it lateral. But I think he was forward of the the receiver being forward of the quarterback. That should be an incomplete pass. And
I thought so too, but they haven't called anything, and they're talking about it right now.
unfortunately, we don't have the replay.
Yeah, it looks like they are calling it an incomplete pass, so it'll be third
So after all
down.
is said and done, it's an
and
incomplete
5.
pass.
And again, a nice design play, just a little overthrown.
Both teams smart plays.
Provenzano had to
This was
adjust that. He had that on the fly. He would have picked up a big gain there. So
Well, I was thinking about this game, last night and driving here today, and the loss of Scaglione is such a huge deal due to the fact that he's just an outstanding run
Robertson
blocker
hold
too,
away
right
back
from the fullback spot,
for
and he just
Chatham.
opens holes,
Come back
right? All
with a kick.
Ronan needs to do is follow him. So without him, it'll be interesting to see kind of how they get that run game going. As Bumbaco, nice hands by Bumbaco, and another outstanding kick. And that takes a friendly bounce. It's picked up there by Roberts. Roberts cuts direction.
Nice
He goes to the right. There's going to be a flag for a blindside
Roberts with a
block.
great run.
But Roberts takes it back, and he's
Eventually
pushed
run
out of bounds by
number
Carter.
93.
But
Looks
that
like
is going to be
Nick
a
Carter, but
penalty
there is a flag down at the
against
15-yard
Cougars, I
line.
believe. That's one of those things that back when we used to play, those ear hole blocks we used to call them, or those blindside blocks where kids would, we just used to light people up. You can't do that anymore. And although it wasn't a malicious hit, I don't think anyone kind of went down. The officials are calling actually a holding penalty, so it's
So
not
they're
even
calling
the
holding on
blindside
Chatham
block,
Kent.
which I
That
like.
ball will come all the way back.
It's one of those things, right, Scott, where, how many times have we seen our buddies or kids, back when we played, get hurt on those blindside blocks. So it's a good rule change.
all the intent of player safety, so it's a good positive step in that direction. But obviously, as a football player, you love the licks and the big hits,
Yeah.
and the fans like to see that too, right?
Absolutely.
And those slobber knockers, as they call them, are always fun to watch.
Yeah.
As long as you're not on the receiving
That's
end,
right.
right?
Yeah. So it'll be 10 yards back. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars from inside their own 20.
Long way for them to march, but let's see what they bring.
Real impressed by the speed here early on of Caleb Roberts. You can see why they're trying to get him involved as much as possible. And Caleb Roberts,
So the ball's
I mean,
placed at
I'm
the
not sure
10-yard
if this
line.
is a
It'll be 1st and
misprint or
10.
not, but apparently, according to the stats that we have, Caleb Roberts is an 07 birthday. So an underage player here playing for this team, and my goodness, with those wheels, you can see why. Malott Bennett now takes the snap. He looks.
Plays blown dead with a couple of flags.
Looks like it'll be offense offside.
We'll see what the call is here. It looks like encroachment, you think? It looks like the officials are coming together to talk about it with 5:57 to play here in the first.
Low-scoring match so far. Usually we're out to a big heavy start on the offense, but been great to see some defense shutdowns and some turnovers on down. So hopefully both of these offenses are looking to get uncorked here, and we'll see some great football to come.
They're calling that against the defense, so it'll be offside on the Sabercats. So it'll be first down and 5 for the Cougars. Malott Bennett is going to be ready to take the snap. Split backfield, 2 running backs in the backfield with him. He takes it. Looks like a max protect. There's a nice throw to the outside. What a catch that was by number 16, Brent Killens.
Number 16, Brent Killens.
Outstanding catch. Nice tackle by Brandon Vecchio.
Tackled immediately. Looks like Vecchio.
Nice job.
There is a flag on the play, though.
Nice job by Killens to climb the ladder and get to that one. Obviously, the flag on the play will probably bring it back. Usually a holding at that spot.
No, it looks like they're talking to the Sabercats. There was a player there for the Cats, number 3, Evan Novello. Didn't look too happy about it, but they are calling a hold against the offense. So Novello was just upset he couldn't get through to get that sack. So that is a holding penalty. That'll negate the first down, and that'll negate the gain, and it'll be first down and 15 for the Cougars from inside their own 5-yard line almost, or right at their 5-yard line, Scott.
Yeah, they're shooting themselves in the foot. A nice completion there for a gain. It wasn't enough for a first down, I do believe. But, again, moving backwards is not the direction you're intending for your offense. So hopefully they can get that righted. And on the Sabercats side, they're obviously hoping to shut them down and pin them deep. Maybe even look for some scores, some points for the defensive side. Maybe a pick 6.
Yeah, you know what, this defense for the Sabercats has been real good all year. The offense has been outstanding as well, but this defense has really kind of carried this team so far.
Well, we talked about the defensive side of the ball and Mr. Carter at the defensive end and interior. And, of course, we've had a few injury problems. Noah DeValentin's still not back just yet, probably taking an extra week to get ready for the semifinals if we're fortunate enough to advance. But that big crew up front, Ashton Sachin, Nick Carter, Grant Mathewson, those guys are some big hogs in there and doing a great job.
First down here. He looks, and what a job to get that off, and that's almost picked off. That's where you see the size of Malott Bennett, right? I mean, he had guys draped all over him there, and he still was able to get the throw off.
Vecchio with the coverage.
So terrific job there by Malott Bennett, but it'll be second down and long for the Chatham Kent Cougars. And you know what, in a game like this, we're not there yet because it's not third down. But you know me, I've always been a huge proponent of giving up the safety for field position, right? But it's one of those things where if this is going to be a low-scoring, tight game, what are you going to do, right? It's a tough call here by Chatham Kent if they're unable to pick up this first down.
Just under 5.5 remaining.
It could be the difference in the game, certainly. 2 points can mean a difference down the road. So
Malott Bennett now with 3 receivers to his left. He looks to his right, and he throws it up. A jump ball in double coverage intended.
Pass intended for Roberts.
But nice coverage on the play by Landon Tricarton and Parlow.
And a nice job by Tricarton to realize that it was potentially out of bounds and not to get engaged with the receiver as he had a step on Tricarton, but Tricarton playing safe and not drawing penalties. So
that was a beautiful deep ball that was thrown there by Malott Bennett, too. I love the way he throws the football. He's got a great arm on him.
And Sabercats will have to defend that again because Caleb Roberts, like you said, had a step and he's got that speed. So he did a nice job on that one. Bombako back for the punt.
Burke Lachlan.
Lachlan back to kick. And Lachlan is going to kick it out of the end zone, and he kicks it right to Bombako. Bombako takes it at the 45 with a ton of room.
At the 45,
this is dangerous. And there's a flag right there. But Bombako brings it all the way in within the 10-yard line.
All the way inside
but we'll see what the flag is.
We do have a flag on the play.
It appeared that it might be on Novello, number 3, but I thought that was a pretty good block with the shoulder to square on the blocker.
I didn't see it there, but again, as soon as you see Daniel Bombako pick up the football with no one within 20 yards of him, that's dangerous for anyone involved, right? That's a very dangerous recipe if you want to play that. It looks like they're going to decline the penalty. Or there is no flag, sorry. They picked up the flag. So it'll be 1st and 10 Sabercats from the 7-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10 Sabercats.
I don't know why they pick up that flag, but either way, inside the red zone here with the Sabercats marching, starting from their 6 or 7-yard line. So once again, Bombako is so dangerous, and once he has a little separation, he's able to get away and break free. Chatham might want to avoid the big booming punt because he almost outkicked his coverage there, and you give Bombako a chance, he'll make you pay.
So it'll be 1st down and goal here for the Sault Sabercats from what looks like the 8-yard line. You know, and this is where, though, Scott, we've kind of this run game of the Sabercats, we've seen it dominate all year round. And again, though, you know, not to keep harping on this, but the loss of Scaglione, sorry, I've been curious to see how it would affect this run game. I was wondering if they try someone else in there or give someone else an opportunity. And they haven't had anyone kind of filling that role quite yet in the run game. We'll see how it progresses as the Cougars, Coach Jordan, had some question for the officials as to why that was picked up, and looks like he's satisfied with the response. And here come the Sabercats. 1st down and goal with 4:32 and ticking to play here in the 1st quarter. Tucker looks to the sidelines. He gets the play. He's got 3 receivers to his left. Provenzano lined up to his left. There's Bombako on the sweep to the outside, and he cuts it up, follows his blocks. There is a flag on the play. Great stop by
tackled inside the 5.
Chatham Kent's defender, number 24.
We do have a flag down.
Corin Stewart, with a beautiful stop. And we got a holding penalty here against the Sabercats.
Nice job by Provenzano to get out ahead and lead that block. He just needs to engage a little quicker and give Bombako a direction to pick, and obviously negated anyway with the penalty, but nice play call. I've always been a big fan of smashing it right up the middle, and you got Big Dog and Thibodeau in there, and straight ahead and wearing that opponent down. My favorite fullback growing up was Tom Rathman. So you'd see him just eat people up in 3rd and 4th quarter. They'd run away. So that's what I would like to see. But again, electing to go with the quicker, speedier, shiftier Bombako, and again negated on the play by the penalty. But hopefully we can eliminate those penalty yards. That can come back to haunt you too down the road. Yeah,
Daniel Bombako is down on a knee right now for the Sault Sabercats. I think hopefully that's just tired from all the running he's just done recently and just needed a bit of a breath as he's going to come out of the game here. 1st down and goal for the Sault Sabercats from the Chatham Kent Cougars 18-yard line with 4:13 to play in the 1st quarter here from Superior Heights Football Field in Sault Ste Marie, Ontario.
You mentioned earlier about Scaglione and his missing him in the jumbo package, running the ball and or being a blocker. They've had Grant Mathewson, who's a goalie by trade, and sweet hands for a big fella and very agile. And he's been running reps in there, so maybe we'll get to see the refrigerator Mathewson.
He could do that. He'd be great at that. And Tucker finds him right over the middle, and Nate Carter is in for that touchdown.
Finding number 10 for the score.
And Koski is on to attempt the extra point. Ty Koski, one of the better kickers in this league. Goche on to hold. There's the snap, holds down, and Koski's kick is good. So with 4:04 to play in the 1st quarter, the Sault Sabercats with a 7-0 lead.
And of course, as we celebrate that first touchdown for the Sabercats, we like to shout out to our sponsor for touchdowns, and that touchdown was brought to you by Mama Cass Cheesecakes. All of today's touchdowns will be brought to you by Mama Cass Cheesecakes. And there they strive to bring you the very best cheesecake using only the freshest ingredients. Specializing in New York-style baked cheesecake, they also make keto, gluten-free, and lactose-free, so you never have to miss out on dessert. Dinners, parties, weddings, big or small, we'll cheesecake them all. You can find them on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Mama Cass Cheesecakes. Great march by those Sabercats, capitalizing on a good field position and able to get across with the score to Carter from Tucker. Waiting kickoff here. 7-0 is the score. Our hometown Sault Sabercats are leading with 4:04 to go in the first quarter, rather. We're here at Superior Heights Field, so come on back and join us. Or race on down to the field. You get a great seat. Beautiful day for football. Looks like Koski's in to try the kick. We'll see if they elect to do the onside again or pin them deep. So
Koski to kick off.
Sorry about that. We apologize for the technical glitch earlier on. I know I think we got that fixed now. There's the onside kick to the right side, and what a tackle there by...
catches it.
Was that Trecarton again? What a game Trecarton has had.
Landed
Number
Trecarton
25.
with the tackle.
Landed Trecarton. That might be his 5th tackle so far in the first quarter.
He's got himself noticed for sure. Great gunner there, trying to get the ball on the onside kick again. St. Mary's or Sault Ste Marie, pretty telltale with their onside kick there. Koski just kicking a little too deep. It has to travel 10. For those of you watching at home, it has to travel 10 yards and becomes a live ball. That one went about 15, so just a little overshot. And next time he'll try to do it a little shorter and give his gunners a chance to cover the ball. Chatham's starting from the 35. They pass to the tight end. Pass intended for Brent Killens, number 16. Tackled by 54, Derboka.
Around midfield.
Nice call on first. Looks like they picked up a few yards. We'll see where the spot is.
Got a rough play face mask penalty
Like
here
face
against
mask
the Sabercats, so
Sabercats.
that'll be out an extra 15 yards to the end of it, and this will give the Cougars their best field position so far here today, as they're going to have the ball in Sabercats territory.
And all that excitement, some of the boys are getting a little caught up in it, and the rough play, the hands to the face, the face masking calls, those are part and parcel of the game, but we got to try to shore that up so we get that offense back on the field.
So it'll be first down and 10 for the Chatham Kent Cougars from the Sault Sabercats 51-yard line, going right to left on your radio dial. I think if the Cougars are going to stay in this game and have a shot in this game, it's going to rely a lot on Owen Malott Bennett. He's a big guy out there, big quarterback, throws a beautiful ball. And there he is again, back to throw. He looks, and he tucks it and decides to run, and he goes down. Good decision by Bennett, and he's tackled by Drew Esposito. So Bennett with a gain of 6 on the play. It'll be, they're going to call it 5 from where he started the slide. So it'll be second down and a long 5.
Smart decision by the quarterback to take a knee there and hook slide, and Esposito coming hard, closing on him, so decided self-preservation and takes his ball at 2nd and 6 from the 48.
Nice coverage downfield there by the Cats as Malott Bennett takes it again. There is a flag on the play. He looks deep, and he has him, and just off the hands of Roberts.
Had Roberts.
My goodness. Nice coverage on the play by Trecarton.
And there's that speed with 23. Trecarton do his best to keep up with him, but just a little step quicker, and that is a catchable ball. It was nice hand fighting down the line, not to get called by Trecarton, but that is definitely a play they're going to go back to.
It wouldn't have counted anyway, as it was an offside penalty against the Cougars. So it'll be an interesting decision here if you're the Sabercats. You want to push them back, or you just want to take the down and leave it second or third down and long.
What's your call on the play, Coach?
From this field position, I'd go 3rd down and 6 the way your defense has been playing. I would decline it, but we'll see.
Force them into a decision to make.
It is declined, so it'll be 3rd down and 6, and it looks like they are bringing out the punt unit.
So the penalty.
And I think that's a good safe decision for the Chatham Cougars, as if if they go
Number
for it,
11,
they're
Trudeau
giving
back.
the Sault Sabercats rather a
Cats,
great field position.
44,
The
Lachlan
way they're
kick
starting to
again.
march now, you want to pin them deep. So good choice by Chatham. But watch for the trick play. Maybe there's a fake punt here.
Jaden Trudeau back to recover. And another nice kick. Oh, it does go out of bounds.
And out of bounds.
So we'll see where they spot that.
Lachlan's kick brings it to the 22-yard line is where they're going to spot it. So the Sabercats will take over 1st and 10 from their own 22.
So a nice kick there on the punter for Chatham. I'm thinking he's probably had instructions to aim it towards the sidelines to negate a big run back, as you see Trudeau back for that one. Another dangerous weapon on the return game for the Sabercats. So
Nice to see Bumbacco back out there. He was, where you're normally used to seeing him return punts, and he was sitting on the trainer's table. But as soon as they took over the ball, he came back out. So Matty Tucker will take over 1st down and 10, going left to right with 2:47 to play in the first quarter.
Tucker,
3 receivers to his right. Provenzano lined up on his left. And there's the give to Provenzano, and Provenzano cuts it up the middle, and he's brought down. Nice tackle again on the play by number
Provenzano
19.
makes it clear to the 30. Good 8-yard run.
and fun to watch that Provenzano run. He runs low. He's a big load and good agility, good movement.
So it's a
But
9-yard run.
when he puts it down, gains those extra yards, it's fun to watch.
18 on the tackle
Sorry, that
for
was number
Chatham Kent.
18
Again,
on the
have his
stop. Tucker takes it. Bumbacco motions to the right. Bumbacco goes out. It's quad right now, and there's a run up the middle again to Provenzano.
Hand off to Provenzano. He goes right up the middle.
And he gets
He
enough
the
for
down
the
and then
first
some.
down. Nice stop by number 52.
52, Trayvon Mulder with the tackle.
Trayvon Mulder
Yeah, a
with
little
the
bit of help.
stop. But the Cats will get the first, and
That's
it'll
a
be
first
first
down.
down and 10 from their own 37-yard line. You're starting to see them run the ball a little bit more here now.
Nice to see them moving the sticks and killing the clock and up with a 7-0 lead.
And there's a quick hitch pass to the outside again to Trudeau. And Jaden Trudeau makes a few people
pass
miss,
to
and he's
Jaden
finally
Trudeau.
taken
He
down
gets all the way down
in the
inside
Cougars'
50 before being
territory.
tackled and
It'll be
brought down.
first down and 10 from the Cougars' 48-yard line.
Very elusive, number 11, Jaden Trudeau. A couple slippery moves there to get past and
Robert
put
going
an
off for
extra
your life.
15, 20
Touchdown
yards on
saving
the
tackle.
initial catch. Nice screen pass to the flats there and end up turning into something out of nothing.
Tucker, 3 receivers to his right. Provenzano lined up to his direct right. And there's Tucker. He rolls to his right. Tucker looks. He's got some receivers. Nice comeback right on the outside, and it's dropped.
pass intended for Matthew Malcolm.
Matty Malcolm, intended receiver. Number 19
he
was able to
dropped it incomplete.
unable to secure it. Nice pass would have brought the
Looks like Evan started number 10.
first down, but hit
up first-
the
or
turf,
second
and
and 10.
Tucker will have to go back to the drawing board at 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Matty Malcolm, who had an outstanding football game, the last game of the regular season, arguably the best player on the field for the Sabercats. Just dropped that one. We don't see that every day by Matt. He's a sure-handed receiver and an outstanding football player. So I'm sure he'll make that up going forward. As Tucker takes it, Tucker looks to his right. He throws over the middle. It's caught by McPherson. What a catch that was over the
Tucker
middle.
across the
And
middle.
he's brought
Great
down by
jumping
number
catch
24,
by number 88 of your
Tacoma
Sabercats, Jack
Hanser with a
McPherson.
stop.
He goes down about 20.
Nice job by 88 pulling it in.
First down,
Great
Sabercats.
coverage on the defense. McPherson able to put it away and pick up the first down. So nice throw by Tucker.
He definitely got his athletic ability from his
24,
mother,
Tacoma Hansor
as that was a beautiful snag there.
on the tackle.
And there's Tucker with another handoff up the middle to
Tucker hands off
Provenzano,
to
and he's brought down
Provenzano.
again by
He gets
number
tripped up after
18.
a few yards.
Terrific job.
Number
You know,
18
this
again in on the tackle.
this Cougars defense has really done a nice job on Provenzano so far. It's been impressive. We haven't seen teams be able to stop the run much, and they've done a terrific
This will be
job.
the last play of the
Absolutely.
first
And
quarter.
this is the last play of the first quarter. Provenzano coming out. Maybe we'll get a look at Thibodeau, but the Sabercats seem to be doing a nice job of setting up play action versus running the ball and then
Second
keeping them
and
guessing.
7.
But Chatham has done a nice job adjusting to that and played some good defense.
And now Caleb Thibodeau with a run to the left side, and
Hand
Thibodeau
off
gets
to
swallowed up
Provenzano.
there
He
by
gets
number
back to the line of
44,
scrimmage.
Burke Laughlin. Nice stop there by
44,
Laughlin.
Burke Laughlin.
Gain of
With
2
Zach.
on the play.
Sets up 3rd and long.
And that's Thibodeau, looks like his first carry of the game, so he's probably licking his chops to get in there and get a few pads banged around there and get a feel for the game. And hopefully they run him straight up and down, like in the 2-hole. He's a powerful runner and straight ahead. He's hard to take down, even after contact. Usually falls forward for a couple of yards. So hopefully they get the ball around to all the different weapons that they have, including McPherson and Koski, back to Malcolm. Those guys, so many weapons. You can keep them guessing. And obviously they're going to key on and double team your Jaden Trudeau's, your Bumbacos. But the Sabercats have the luxury of so many different players to go to that they can be a threat at many, many positions. So. Again, at the first quarter, the Sault Sabercats are leading 7-0. They're going to flip the table here, and we're going to see 1st and 10 from the 25, I believe. Wait to see the sticks get set up here, and we'll bring you the second quarter action here from Superior Heights. If you're just joining us on Saultsports.com, welcome. We've got a 7-0 game. Sault Sabercats leading the Chatham Kent Cougars.
Interesting, we got Bumbacko out here for the field goal. We all know Bumbacko can boot the ball, but so can Koski too, right? So I feel like, Koski's probably what they might use from inside the 20, and then outside the 20 go with the bigger leg.
Bumbacko kicked the field goal.
And that could also set up a trick play if it's a direct snap to Bumbacko.
Yeah, I mean,
although
it's
up
funny,
7-0, they have a 3rd and 7.
It is funny you say that because I'm looking to the right side right now, and there's nobody on the right side. And there it is, just like we called.
Ball hit the
just
dirt.
Gojay.
Throw it.
Nice play by Bumbacko. He's still trying to make people miss. Puts his shoulder up, and he fumbles the ball, and he's short. You and I both saw that on the right side, right? They had nobody on the right side.
After the box pitch, Bumbacko
I absolutely love that call.
Gets a couple yards, but not enough for the first down off the fake.
It was there, just unable to execute. Looked like the ball kind of slipped out of Gojay's hands.
Yeah, ran it with the option, and probably a step or two away from seeing contact and doing that option ball, but he threw it out early or hit the deck, and Bumbacko able to corral it, but again, not enough to pick up the first down, so Chatham will take over.
And give the Cougars some credit, right? They actually played that extremely well. We saw that setup. I feel like if Bumbacko would have got that ball to the outside, he would have saw nothing but green the whole way.
Yeah.
But a great job there by the Chatham Kent Cougars to hold the Sabercats off the scoreboard there. They'll take over 1st down and 10 from their own 23-yard line, trailing by 7 with 11:35 to play in the second quarter. As Malott Bennett takes it, there's motion to the left, takes the snap, throws the hitch pass to the outside, and what a tackle there.
Looks like Drew Esposito with the tackle.
Beautiful job by Esposito. Coming on the tackle.
23 Roberts with an excellent
shoestring
catch.
tackle. He missed that one. He would have gone for a few more gainers, but nice play. Beautiful job in the pocket with quarterback. High snap, and he's just able to coolly jump up and retrieve that, complete the pass. And looks like a short gain on it, or maybe not a gainable. Back to the line of scrimmage, but brings up 2nd and 10 from the 23-yard line.
You can really see the strategy here of the Cougars is to get Roberts involved as much as possible. And they got quads right. There's a throw to the outside, and what a catch that was by number 16.
Pass to Killens is complete under coverage.
And how about that throw, Scott? He threw that right in between 4 defenders.
Kieran Juma with the tackle.
Absolutely perfect throw by Malott.
It's about a 15-yard gain.
Frozen rope in there, like you said, into triple coverage. There were 3 Cougars in the area that could have been the primary on that ball. Juma on the tackle for the stop for the Sabercats, but not after a gain of about 16 yards. So brings up 1st down, 1st and 10 from the 38 of the Chatham Cougars.
Malott Bennett, again, motion to the right now, and they hand it off up the middle. And a nice little,
hand off to Drake Duplessis.
That's a pretty good run there by Drake.
Ball comes open, I believe he was down.
And he is down by contact, clearly. That's a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6.
Down aggressively by Mathewson. Beautiful way to hip toss and throw him to the ground. Ball came loose, but of course down by contact. 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6 from the 42-yard line.
When Chatham goes quads to one side, it's forcing the safety of the Cats to kind of move over, and you'd almost like to see or expect to see Roberts on a post, a quick post on the outside, and connect with that and see if he can beat Trecarton or the defender to the middle of the field. And the officials are talking about something, not exactly sure what it is. Do you have any idea? Did you see anything in there?
Might have been an aggressive play on that throw down by number 99.
Oh,
but I think that was a good football play. Grant Mathewson with the aggressive tackle, but again, it's a contact sport, and the ball carrier kept running and threw him down. So maybe they're addressing that, but looks like they're ready to square off here. And so
the officials are going over to speak to Coach Primo of the Sault Sabercats. Matt Primo, an outstanding football player in his own right back in the day. He played, for the Sault Sabercats organization, went on to continue his career at Wilfrid Laurier University, and then had a really successful career with the Sault Steelers, capping it off with a couple national championships. So nice to see him out here again, continuing this great program that the Sault Sabercats have, and continuing to develop these young athletes. And it's nice to see so many of them going on to the next level next year, as Malott Bennett now takes the snap. And he looks to his left, pump fakes left, no one's open, and he throws it. A nice
number
catch.
16, Killens, who had to dive to catch it.
I mean,
he threw it as he was hit, gained of about 3, maybe 4 yards.
Okay, they are calling that a catch. I was going to say they blew the whistle so quick, I thought they called it incomplete, but it sure looked like a catch to us. Nice catch there by Killens, and nice play again by Malott Bennett. He had guys wrapped all over him, and he was able to make the play still. 3rd down and 3.
he is impressive under duress. It brings up a 3rd and 3, but you see the quarterback able to calmly adjust to whatever the Sabercats are throwing at him, and nice completion.
Down,
short of the first down, but brings up 3rd and 3. Decision time for the coaches.
They're going to go for it here. Malott Bennett looks, takes the snap, 3 receivers to his right. He looks to his left. There's nobody there, makes the guy miss, and then he just kind of throws it away with some miscommunication, and he's taken to the ground hard. Nice pressure there by Nick
Great
Carter.
pressure by the Sabercat defense. Pass falls out of
And
bounds.
it'll be a turnover on downs by the Sault
turnover on downs.
Sabercats.
It'll be first down.
First down and 10 from the Cougars' 45-yard line with 9:01 to play here in the second quarter.
And that's one of those big decisions. You want to get back in the game. You want to keep that offense on the field, so you go for it on 3rd down. But at that spot, you're giving the Sabercats the ball at the Chatham Kent 45. That's a short field for an offense high-powered as we are with Matty Tucker here at the wheel. Matty Malcolm wide to your left.
Tucker.
A single back set.
Yeah. Looks like, is that Provenzano's back in, I believe.
Yep.
He's lined up to the left of Tucker with 3 receivers to his left. Bumbaco motions to his left. There's a fake. He looks. He's got Carter wide open over the middle again. Same play. I think they scored the touchdown on earlier.
First down.
And Nate Carter with another big 20-yard gain.
Beautiful timing route across the middle. Corin Stewart, number 24, with the defense for the Chatham Kent Cougars. But beautiful pickup. Nice haul for Mr. Carter. And a beautiful ball delivered by number 8. Arrived in the fingers as contact was being made. So Carter absorbing the contact, bringing up first down from the 25 of the Chatham Cougars.
Tucker has the ball. He's got single coverage on the top, but it looks like Carter's going to motion to the right, 3 receivers to the left. And there's the throw to the outside to Trudeau on the little hitch pass. And Trudeau gets eaten up down. Great coverage on the play there by the Kent Cougars,
number 44,
but somehow Jaden Trudeau was able to turn that into a 5-yard gain, which doesn't happen all the time. That's an outstanding play there by Jaden Trudeau.
He certainly has a knack of making adjustments after the ball is caught to get away, and just a step or a head shake, and so often turns nothing into something. But seem to be doubling a few players because some of our wideouts are wide open. So if Tucker's able to get loose and roll out and find some of them, he might have some luck.
And there's a run up the middle. Nice run by Provenzano. Great tackle by number 52, Trayvon Mulder. And looks like they had Caleb Thibodeau running that fullback role there. The Dante Scagliano. Oh, I can't pronounce his name here.
Stick with Scaglione.
Yeah. Position. So nice job there. And it's funny because I pronounce his brother's name all the time in Sioux Minor football too. Oh, it's been a long day.
And it's an early game.
Yeah, exactly.
We mentioned Landon Tricarton a few times, and right there, his brother, 58, Owen Tricarton, out leading the blocking there. Big Hoss is on his horse, and he is pushing forward. So nice job of Owen
Third and a
to
very
get out
short
and
one for your Sabercats.
give his ball carrier an extra option there.
Third down and half a yard. You have to figure this is going to be a little quick hitter here to Provenzano or to somebody. We'll see what they decide, or even a QB sneak. And there's a direct snap to Provenzano.
Direct snap to
and what a
Ronan
block
Provenzano. He gets a
downfield
couple of good hard
by
yards.
number
First down,
93,
Sabercats.
Nick Carter. My goodness. They have Nick
Kate
Carter
Jensen
on
with the
that
tackle.
play, and he went down, and he just drove
We have
the
an
D
injury.
lineman down the field
Timeout.
and crushed him. That'll make his coaches happy, as looks like Lucas Cochamilio, who we were really impressed with last week. Lucas Cochamilio really caught our eye, and he's a big, quick guy. He was out pulling and leading on blocks, and just an outstanding game last week. And good football player here for the Sabercats. So let's hope that's nothing too serious, as they were able to get the first down. So it'll be first down and 10 Sabercats from the
Ladies and
Cougars'
gentlemen, while we're
11-yard
waiting,
line.
We've been asked.
And Coach Miller did have himself a game last week after being a healthy scratch for a couple of
very
games.
good
He was
football
a
supporter,
little rusty, but he came in
football
and
fan,
performed
all around
admirably,
here in
and
Sault Ste.
nice to
We'd
see
like to
him
wish
going. So
the Sabercats
hopefully he's
and their family would
back
like
on his
to
feet
wish
now and heading
Mrs.
back to
Elaine
the
DeMichael a very
sidelines.
happy
Doesn't
70th
look too
birthday.
serious. So
Happy birthday, Elaine. Many more.
looks like we're first and 10 from the 11.
She's here today with what I'm told is her much younger sister. I was told to say that, Elaine.
Phil Bambaco getting into some trouble up here in the booth. So it looks like the Sabercats are going to take over. Like we said, first and 10 from the 11-yard line. They are able to pick up a first down here. They're chatting. The referee's going to blow it in right now with 7:11 to play. They're getting the play call from the sidelines. It'll be trips right. Thibodeau, in the game, lined up to the left. Thibodeau in a block. Tucker looks, and Tucker, what a
pass
great
intended for
defensive
Matt
play
Malcolm.
there by number 10. Evan Starr, he read
Number 10,
that.
Evan Starr.
That reminded me almost
Very
of,
good defensive play. Ball lands incomplete.
of the interception that was thrown in the Super
Super
Bowl
Bowl.
by the Seahawks. Darius Butler, I mean, the way Starr played that, he stepped right in and almost took that right out of the hands.
Yeah, pass intended for Matt Malcolm, unable to capitalize, but it'll bring up second and 10 from the 11 again. So we'll see if they decide to run the ball or put it to the air again. So Tucker dropped back in the shotgun position here. Provenzano in to block or to carry.
Here's Tucker. Tucker looks. He finds Provenzano, and it's
Pass
what a
from
catch
Provenzano.
that was by Provenzano! My
Provenzano
goodness!
catches it, hit
Holy
immediately, but
cow! I thought we
can't
were
bring
going
him
to see
down,
a
but
pick
they
six
blow it
there
dead.
by Roberts. What a play!
Roberts
but
with an excellent play.
Provenzano just wrestles that away, and what a throw by Tucker! He put that where
Plethora
only
of
his
Chatham
guy
Kent
could get it,
Cougars.
and that was a terrific play there. I mean, it's I don't think they gained much, but gained a couple yards
Stuart
there.
Parker also in on those.
Prevented number 23
That'll
Roberts
set up-
from taking that and going back a big distance because that was a
Looks like 3rd and
ball
8
little
for the
thrown a little
Sabercats.
behind, but a nice ball. Provenzano took a big lick
Field
from
goal
Roberts,
unit
and
coming up.
looks like they're going to set up the field goal here. 80 into kick.
Yeah, here's Koski, and maybe that was the other giveaway that Bambaco was in on the on the field goal attempt. As Koski now has it, snaps good, holds good, and that
Kick is
kick
up,
is
bang
money.
good.
Ty
Indicates-
Koski makes no mistake. Ty Koski is an outstanding kicker here for this Sault Sabercats team, as he extends the lead 10-0 with 6:28 to
So
play
6:28
in the second quarter.
in the first half.
I was about to bet you a cheesecake on that, Mama Cass
Mr. Martin,
cheesecake on
sessions are
Koski
open.
converting that one, and
Full
obviously
beverages
from
and
20 some yards out, it was a
Pizza at
no-brainer, automatic from there for number 80. So well done as the Sabercats take a 10-0 lead. You mentioned earlier about Matt Primo and having a great career and be going on to coaching and leading these Sabercats. It was nice to see on the weekend when I went to the SMFL games, rather, at the Rocky DePietro Field to see my buddy Cole Bailey play and his chums, and it was great to see all the former players and students and coming back and coaching. Even my son talked about next year getting a few young guys coming out and coaching.
Oh,
and
that'd be great.
and continue to grow the game, like you mentioned. And again, some of the kids that I coached a long time ago are now coaching their kids, and obviously some of them even as young as 17, 18 years old. that don't have kids in the league, but just going back to pay back what they got from their coaches. And again, the game as a coach has passed me by, but it's nice to see that legacy continue with the youth and the coaches in SMFL. So big shout out to them as they continue to grow the game locally. And you see the product here as the Sabercats lead 10-0 with 6:28 to go in the second quarter.
Definitely appreciate that. It's our playoff weekend for Sault Minor football starting tomorrow. Games start at 11 a.m. and we'll be at the football field till 10 p.m. It's going to be a long day for me tomorrow, but looking forward to it. We do have over 300 kids this year, and we appreciate the community support. And come on out and play. If you have any questions, you can get all the answers you need on the Facebook page. As there's a big boot there. Good decision. That's going to go into the end zone. What a smart play. And it's taken there by Roberts. And Roberts, what a jump.
Roberts, after a phenomenal kick, Roberts does well.
Flag in the end zone on the play.
Hurdles.
Absolute bomb. Landed on the 5.
6-yard line. 1st and 10, Chatham.
And what a kick by Koski. As Koski
got
just
all of that.
Yeah.
And
over the head of the Cougars player. And what an athletic play again by Roberts. Man, he is fun to watch.
He is absolutely exciting. I don't know if I make that choice to leap and leave your feet on the 4-yard line. Not many options, nowhere to go from there because he was being converged on by several Sabercats, but able to get out to the 6, which is remarkable since the ball was deep in the end zone. So
it'll be an illegal block in the back against the Cougars. Now, if that happened in the end zone, Scott, I'm not even sure about this rule, but if that block occurred in the end zone, is that a point for the Cats still and then it goes out? No? Our statistician is telling us that it's not, so we'll see what the call is.
We'll go to the experts for that
That's
ruling,
right.
but yeah.
So there was a flag on the play. It was blocked to the back against
He is holding
Chatham.
up one finger, so maybe against Chatham. Yeah. So it is going to be a point, I believe, for the Sault Sabercats, and the ball will automatically come out now
back
to the 35-yard line. Sorry.
A 10-point lead versus an 11-point lead is a huge
and that should be a
difference
point for the Sabercats.
as 10 points is a converted touchdown and a field goal, so 11 points just put another buffer on, so it'll be a 2-score game if they might have to later in the game go for their touchdown rather than tie it with a field goal, so that might come back to be a big assist for the Sabercats.
And the Cougars decide to start on the right hash. So they're putting Roberts to the short side of the field, lined up to the right of Malott Bennett. And there's a handoff to the left. It's taken by Killens. And Killens, he gets taken down by Ethan Karkidi for a loss of 3 on the play. It'll be second down and 13
58, Owen
with 5:57 to play here
about 13
in
yards,
the second quarter.
Great job by that Sabercats defense to pursue it to the ball and tackling by committee. Everybody's stringing it out, and Karkidi steps up and drags him down for a loss of 3. And again, the offense for Chatham just doesn't have any answers right now for this Sabercat defense.
Malott Bennett has the ball. He's got 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Looks like they're going in max protect. As he takes the ball, he looks backside.
Oh.
And it's intercepted by the Sabercats. What a catch by
Brandon Vecchio.
My goodness, I think that was deflected, Scott. And right into the hands.
Gets a gift, holds on.
Beautiful ball thrown. Chatham receiver came off his fingertips, and he's just going to want that one back, but tipped into the air. Brandon Vecchio pulls it down, and that's a big momentum switch for the Sabercats. They'll take over at the 47-yard line of the Cougars. So Vecchio with the pick.
You know, through the first quarter and a half here, you got to give Chatham a little bit of credit here anyway. I mean, we've seen the Sabercats come in and kind of, not really be tested a whole lot this season at home anyway. And this Chatham Kent Cougars team, they've come out strong so far and have played a pretty solid game. And it looks like the Sabercats don't even have anyone back to return this kick, which is interesting. Oh, sorry. That's
So
because
we're
they're
on-
on
yeah.
offense. My fault. I thought they were going to kick there. My bad, but then I forgot about the interception. My goodness. Tucker with a nice throw to the outside. Another
Matty
drop.
Tucker for Matt Malcolm. Malcolm slips. Pass lands incomplete.
So Tucker back to pass, stumbled a little bit, rolled out and threw it to Malcolm, unable to haul it in, brings up second down.
It was a nice throw there by Tucker. There was no one around Malcolm. If he would have caught that, he might still be running. But it'll be second down and 10 with 4:53 to play. Tucker lines up. He's got Provenzano lined up to his right, 3 receivers to his left. Freeze play. So they're taking a look. Get the call from the sidelines. There's the Tucker takes it. Tucker looks to his right, rolls to his right. Tucker has nobody. He tucks it and runs. And a
Tucker
nice
looking
pick
to
up
pass,
there by
rolls to his
Tucker.
right.
He picks up about
Eventually run out of
call it
bounds
7
by
yards.
Burke.
And it'll be third down and 3. Decision time here for the Sabercats, although
A gain of
I don't know
about
how
7
much of a
yards. That's
decision it
third
would
and
be.
3 for your
The way
Cougars.
your defense is playing right now, why not go for this, right?
Yeah, even if you turn over on downs and give it to the Chatham Cougars at the 40, they still have a long march to get down. Like you say, the way the defense is playing and the explosive nature of this offense. Matty Tucker doing a nice job getting away and scrambling. Looked pretty fleet of foot for the big fella, number 8, able to get out of bounds at the 40.
Looks like they are going to punt as Bumbacco is back to kick this one.
But with the big package up in the up back position, that'd be a nice blocking set to lead out if Bumbacco were to decide to
That's
scramble.
going
But
for it.
Pulled away and Roberts back to return for the
Direct
coup.
snap.
And there is the fake, and it's taken by Grant Matheson.
tries to
And
get
Grant
around the end.
Matheson is stopped
stopped.
short. What a tackle
Great tackle
by
by
number 8,
Sebastian Moreno.
Sebastian Moreno.
Chatham Kent will take over on down.
What a play, Scott. That's an outstanding defensive play there by the Cougars.
And again, obviously they practice that at practice, but Cougars not falling for it, not biting on the fake. And again, at this point in the game, Sault Sabercats have been known to try the risky move up 11, leading towards the end of the first half.
Oh,
They
yeah.
decide to catch them napping maybe, but it's Cougars good to stay home and play great defense on that, and they'll take the ball over at the first down.
I love the call, Scott. I think sometimes, you might make the right call. The lead blockers were out there. You just got to give credit to the defense, and Sebastian Moreno made a heck of a football play there. I mean, he got through a few blockers, and Grant Matheson is not an easy man to take down at the line of scrimmage. So props to the Cougars as it's going to be first down and 10 from their own 40-yard line going left to right with 4:01 to play. You kind of get the sense here the Cougars need to get something going here, right? It's not, you don't necessarily need points, but let's get some confidence back, pick up a first down or two, try and switch, try and flip field position at least and kind of see what can happen.
Yep. And I think for 4:01 to go in this first half, they may decide to open up a little bit, go vertical. Number 23, Roberts has been beating Tricarton by a step, so you might see them go to that again. So Tricarton will have to be on his game and watching. But again, a defense with the Sabercats playing well. But you can see the Cougars are probably nearing a position where they're going to have to open up the playbook a little bit and start throwing the ball. But again, their big quarterback leading the way, doing a great job. Malott Bennett, a big kid. Again, cool under fire under there. He's had a few bad snaps and he's adjusted well. He's delivering the ball, and let's see them take over here and see what's coming.
Ref blows it in. Malott Bennett takes the snap. He looks to his right. He throws
Malott
it up.
Bennett looks like he's
And nice
armed
throw,
with
and what a
touches.
catch
It's a
there by
beautiful throw.
84.
Complete to number 84.
Ashton Vink. With a great little catch there. The
Kieran
Sabercats
Juma with the
were
tackle.
playing way off. Malott
Gain
Bennett
about 16
sees it,
yards.
and he just
First
throws
down,
it up
Chatham.
as he takes a shot. And that's what we were talking about, right? Just a first down or two, try and get some momentum, and more importantly, just give him some confidence, right, Scott?
Yeah, and Kieran Juma, nice to make the tackle after the big gain. But again, that ball might have been tipped or at least looked like a wounded duck in the air, but receiver able to go back and pick it up for the first down.
3 receivers to his left. Takes the snap. He looks to his left, and he throws again on that post to
Pass
Zink.
intended for number 84.
Or sorry, Vink.
Vink again.
Again,
Through
and
his
that was
hands.
just
Juma
a
on the
little
coverage,
bit high.
incomplete.
Good coverage. Nice throw, though. you know, that's one of those plays. He put it up where only his receiver could catch the ball, and Vink with a great effort, but nice defensive play again, and it'll be 2nd down and 10, 3:20 to play in the second quarter.
Kieran Juma on the defense there, and again, that was a nice route run by the receiver. He broke and had a step on Juma, but was unable to haul it in, and he probably wants that one back, but brings up a 2nd and 10.
Malott Bennett looks. He sizes up the defense. Malott Bennett takes it. He looks to his right. He throws. A nice catch on the outside.
Beautiful job.
He takes a shot by Tricarton, and he's able to hold on to the football with 2:58 to play. That'll be the 3-minute warning, but it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Cougars. And Scott, you know, just before this drive, what did we say, right? It'd be nice even if they can pick up a couple first downs, and that's their 2 first downs. So, you know, they're starting to get a little bit of momentum. They found something that they like on the outside, and they look to expose it here.
And a beautiful ball. I mean, that throw was on a rope and threw only where 16 could have hauled it in, and he did a nice job. Ended up with 1 toe in and got shoved out of bounds for a 1st down from the 40.
Malott Bennett lines up with Duplessis behind him. He throws the ball again on the quick out route. Tricarton had that one read, and it's almost fortunate that it was over the head of Roberts. But 2nd down and 10 here with 2:55 to play. Big down here for the Sault Sabercats, because you have to think if the Cougars even pick up 7 yards here, you got to argue this is 3-down territory, so their playbook is wide open.
And you know what? They've been going to the flats and the outs, so they got to look across the middle. That might open up too as Sabercats make adjustments and try to shelf that outside.
Quads left. They got single coverage on Roberts on the backside, but actually looks like they're cheating there. And there's a hook and go on the outside. And he was wide open, Duplessis.
Throws it away. That'll set up 3rd
and
long.
Malott Bennett listen, he's been unbelievable today, so I don't mean this as an insult, because he was under pressure.
Yeah.
But that was probably his worst throw so far of the day. As Duplessis, he had all sorts of space to go. But again, that's not a shot at Malott Bennett at all, as he has been absolutely unbelievable today.
He's been cool under pressure, and that was the first time where you saw a little bit of panic in him, and he probably could have hauled that down and just stepped forward and launched to Duplessis that was wide open in the flats, and that would have been a tough defend for the Sabercats. So looks like bringing up 3rd down. They're looking to punt.
Lachlan on to kick. The snap, beautiful snap, and Lachlan with a nice boot right down. And it takes a friendly bounce and goes out at the 5-yard line. What a kick there by number 44, Burke Lachlan.
Pinning him deep just as they intended, inside the 5, I think. I would have liked to see number 11 try to catch that one in the air. It looks like he had a step on it. And anyway, the ball goes out in favor of the Cougars, and then they'll force the Sabercats to come a long way from their 5-yard line, looks like.
Yeah, you know, that kick, if they could somehow...
But it's a great job by the Cougars to pin them deep, and
sorry there, Scott.
That's okay.
Just want to apologize to Lachlan Burke. It sounds like Lachlan is his first name and Burke is his last name, so we have it reversed on our sheet. We apologize to Lachlan and his family for that.
And you'll hear his name a lot as he's having himself a game, so we'll try to correct that and move forward. And here we see the Sabercats taking over from their 5.
Here's Tucker now. Tucker takes the snap. He looks, and he throws it up to Bumbaco, and he's open. And Bumbaco, he's gone. You're not catching him with a 105-yard pass and catch.
Daniel Bumbaco holds in a 105-yard touchdown from Matty Tucker.
What a throw by Tucker.
He goes the length of the field untouched.
What a play there.
And everybody could join in him in this end zone, or at least the receivers down to celebrate for a big 105 touchdown. And again, just got behind the defender. Beautiful ball by Tucker. Kick looks good, but might come back for an offside, or we'll wait to see what the call is. But again, if you give Matty Tucker time in the pocket, he loves to roll out and throw on the run. But you give him time like that, he sets some plants, and he's delivering that ball on the spot. And of course, Bombako with his speed, you won't catch him once he's breaking away.
You got to give props too to the offensive line of the Sabercats there, as Tucker, he sat in that pocket, allowed that play to develop. And what I loved about the throw was he threw him open, right? He didn't wait till he was open. He threw him open. And, when you have skillful wide receivers like the Sabercats team does, it's one of the hardest things for young quarterbacks to do, right, is to kind of throw guys open. And Tucker did a terrific job of that on that play.
That's a lot of trust, right? And these guys have done many reps in practice, and they know where a guy's going to be and know the speed. And number one is a quick receiver. He can get past a guy, and all he needs is one little break.
Okay, so the penalty is going to be ensued on the kickoff. Kick is up and good.
It looks like in the junior action from down in London, Forest Hill or Forest City? Forest Hill, I believe, is up 21-16 over the Sault Sabercats. Sorry, so the JV Sabercats are trailing by 5 at halftime.
Great little showing. I'm sure they're playing a tough London team, and they're going down there on a little bit of a roll. I've won the last couple of games, and obviously the crew there, we hope the best for them. So that
our junior varsity Sabercats
will the junior varsity team play a home game next game if they win today? I would imagine, right?
No, the JVs.
Yeah, the JVs, yeah.
The JVs could play a home game. It depends what happens on the other bracket. So it is a possibility, but
makes sense.
If they were able to get the W here today. So with 2:33 to play in the second quarter, the Sault Sabercats are going to be kicking off. It looks like the flag was against the Sabercats, and the Cougars chose to put it on the kickoff rather than on the retry the extra point. So Koski lines up with it. Now, what that deep kick did, right, was it's going to force the Cougars here to respect his leg a little bit more and maybe open up that short kick, as Robert is real far back, and Koski boots it, and it's taken by Holdaway. And Holdaway goes up, and Holdaway, he's brought down.
19 Holdaway.
Another nice tackle by Landon Tricart. I'm sorry. Landon Tricart, we're going to have to check the stat sheet after this, but that's got to be Landon Tricart's 7th or 8th tackle so far this afternoon.
Certainly had his name called many times. Great job by 19 to bring back that kick. I like the call, too, the intermediate kick. They put everybody to sleep with that onside kick. Last one, they pounded it deep, and this time they were able to get it to Holdaway. Almost went over his head into the seam, which would have provided the Sabercats a chance at the ball, but Holdaway did a nice job to haul it in and return it to the 42. So here with 2:27 to go, the Cougars will take over and hopefully march this offense down and close this gap of 18-0. Your Sabercats leading with 2:27 in the first half.
Sabercats coming out with a 3-man line. Grant Matheson, Ethan Aruda, and looks like Ethan Scott. There is a timeout called by the Cougars, as the Cats make a little bit of an adjustment here, right? Going to a 3-man line, putting an extra linebacker out there, extra DB.
Interesting, too, because you got Dakin and Gauthier, number 4, backup quarterback, playing back in safety here. So some personnel changes. I don't know if we have some injuries back there, or maybe they're just playing a prevent, giving them the under and trying to keep them off the board as we approach the end of the first half here.
Yeah, and Gauthier, you mentioned him. He's obviously the son of Matt Gauthier, great football player here in Sault Ste Marie, and part of that whole Gauthier family. Josh, Kyle, Matt, the 3 of them have certainly made a name for themselves as being quite the group of athletes, and so much so that I saw Matt and Kyle Gauthier down I went to the Cherry Festival this year down in Traverse City, and they entered the beach volleyball tournament down there. So, a couple of football players playing beach volleyball, and they made the finals in their bracket. So, congratulations to them. But again, I share that just to show the athleticism that this family has, and he's the next one in line as a great Gautier athlete, no question.
And of course, he'll be the quarterback at Superior Heights this year if everything continues as per schedule. Dakin and Will back up to Matty Tucker here, and is quite able and is a great guy, great player. And I think his dad, Matty, will also be coaching at Superior Heights, if I'm not mistaken, or did last year. So we wish them much success, and hope you join us at Saultsports.com for all our high school loop starting in September once school resumes. So,
Malott Bennett takes the snap. He hands it off. Oh. And nice run there. Oh, and there's a fumble on the play.
To number 9.
And it looks like we retrieved it. Sabercats have retrieved the ball.
Duplessis with a fumble, and it's recovered by the Sabercats.
Karkidi with the strip.
Karkidi stripping the ball. Let's see who returned it.
Number 6, Seamus Parlow.
Seamus Parlow.
First down, Sabercats.
It'll be first down and 10 Sabercats with 2:21 to play, up 18-0. If the Sabercats can somehow put this one into the end zone, they're going to have all the momentum going into the second half.
Some sweet hands by Seamus Parlow to scoop that off the turf, much like his dad.
I was going to say unlike his dad, but okay.
Fingertip grasp for Zimmy and the boys sitting poolside watching the game on Saultsports.com, hanging out with Pinos, Tavis and Sana, having a few snacks on the pool deck, and big shout out to you boys. Seamus Parlow bringing one home here.
And Seamus's dad, Mike, he can throw, right? So that's that's his role. And there's a handoff inside to Provenzano, and what a play there
Provenzano. He's hit
by Lachlan Burke.
Does well to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's funny, this Cougars team, I feel like we're calling the same names over and over and over again. You could really tell who the football players are here for this team, and Lachlan Burke is definitely one of them.
And they're doing their job, doing a great job to hang in there at 18-0. Seems like a couple scores away, but they're playing some great defense, and we'll see what happens here.
Tucker takes it. Tucker throws it up again to the outside to Trudeau, and the ball.
Looking for Trudeau deep down. He had Roberts in
not
the
a bad
coverage.
ball. Yeah. Not a bad ball to Trudeau. He got a turned around on the footsteps, but nice job to air it up. Good. Number 23, Roberts on the coverage.
Good coverage there. And that's the one thing I would love about playing wide receiver, right? I love what Tucker does. You know, Tucker, he identifies a matchup that he likes, and he just throws it up to give his receivers a shot to make a play. I've always admired that about his game, and I really like that, right? You give your receivers an opportunity, and your receivers are going to play extra hard for you because they love that, right? They want the opportunity to make plays, and if you do that, it just kind of keeps them all into the game, keeps them active as well. As Bambako is on to kick, looks like it's going to be Roberts and Holdaway back to return. Bambako's made some solid kicks, but we haven't seen him really get into one quite yet. We've seen that leg of his. And again, see, that's another example as he kicked that one almost off. The ball went, kicked off the toe almost, right?
Yeah.
Either way, the Cougars will take over first down and 10
with
1:53 to play in the second half, or in the first half, sorry. And they're going to take over from the Sabercats 36-yard line, going left to right on your radio dial.
And those are those little plays that you want to execute in the playoffs. Every execution matters, right? So maybe Bambako felt a little rushed. Maybe they got in on a charge, got then off the side of the foot. But like I said, in the playoffs, you got to make sure that every one of those plays are executed well. And 18-0, we're in command here, but it's a long game, and we'll see if the defense can stem the tide here as the Cougars take over again after that fumble.
And there's the snap, and there's a nice throw to the outside, and Roberts with a terrific adjustment. He makes the play and goes upfield. And you know what? Nice coverage. James Trudeau has nice coverage on there, but Roberts just skies himself. I cannot wait to watch this kid play down the road. I mean, Caleb Roberts, like we said, a 2007 athlete, and he's out here playing with the big boys, and my goodness, is he a football player.
And luckily, the ball was a little underthrown for Roberts, but he was able to recognize that and move back to the ball and lost Trudeau on the footsteps. And And haven't seen Trudeau in that position regularly, so maybe we're working some different personnel trying to keep this Cougars team off the board in the first half here. A lot back to throw.
And there's another nice throw, nice catch.
Another nice throw by.
Nice coverage by Brandon Vecchio on the cover, but
Caught by Holdaway
Killens.
again.
is it Holloway or Killens?
Oh, sorry.
Brandon Vecchio
Killens 16.
Killens, that's right. My fault.
with the tackle.
But nice
Sets up
pickup of
second and
5. Nope.
3.
7. So 2nd and 3 from the 38. So again, Sabercats bending, hopefully not breaking here. They 138 and counting down to this end of the first half here.
And Malott Bennett now has it, or is going to take it. Sorry, he's got 2 receivers to his right, 2 receivers to his left. He's back to throw. He looks.
Nice
Finds
ball.
him again. Another nice
Malott
comeback
Bennett for
route
Killens.
there.
Good for
Killens with another catch.
16, 17 yards.
Nice
Pushed
job,
out
and they're
bounds.
attacking the flats here. So Sabercats have to
First
adjust to
down,
this, but
Chatham
they
Kent.
keep marching, gaining about 7 on the play, moving the sticks. Ball will be spotted about the 30-yard line. So they're closing in on that red zone. 119, lots of time to play. I like the fact that this little hurry-up offense, the Cougars are up on the ball, saving every second, down 18-0. Every second might matter here, coming towards the end of this half. So Malott back.
Oh, and that's going to be a free play. Oh, and the officials blow it dead. That'll be on the
Flags on the
defense,
play.
I
It's gonna be
believe.
blown dead.
Looking for a number here.
As the coaching staff is, I don't know, maybe that is against the Cougars, which is why it is against the Cougars. So that's why they blew it dead.
It's interesting to hear the Cougars getting upset at themselves and each other, and maybe they're getting a little rattled now and down 18. Frustration sets in, so hopefully they'll be able to right the ship and execute this offense, see if they can't put a few points up against these Sabercats before the end of the first half here.
Here come the officials. They get together. They make the call, and we'll see what the call is. It is offside against the defense.
Which surprised me that they blow it down because you get a free
get
play,
a free
right?
play on that, but
And I think the coach will have something to
So it's
inquire
offside
about there,
against
but
Sabercats.
they did call, if you make
That'll back your
contact
cats up.
with the offense,
5
then
yards.
you have to blow it dead, those types of things. We're at a little bit of a tough angle up here, but either way,
Yeah.
it's first down and 5 now for the Cougars with 118. And the last couple drives, Scott, we've seen them, start to move the ball a little bit here, which is, a nice sign if you're the Cougars. Just don't turn it over and keep it up with these short passes. You're having some success.
and 1st and 5.
And there he is. He looks to his right. Another nice throw to the outside. Another hook route. And great tackle
Nice
again
little
by Tricarton.
Rope by
But what a
Evan
catch
Starr.
by
He
Evan
holds it in
Starr.
for just over 10 yards
And I
first
believe
down.
that's a first down. So it'll
Tricarton
be
in on the
first
tackle.
down and 10 from the 20-yard line.
And if I'm the coach for the Cougars, I might think of, after going to the well so many times with that flat pass, to do a stop and go and have somebody bite up,
Yeah.
because Tricarton there doesn't want to give up the yards, and he could be susceptible to a long gain heading to the post.
And Malott Bennett, he looks, and there's the corner route or the flag route.
Oh,
And what an effort!
flag
and there's
is
a flag
thrown.
as they grabbed his arm as he
intended
went
for
over
number-
for it.
Looked like Blair
Brent
Boudreau on
Killens.
76 or 75.
Blair Boudreau on
No,
the
sorry,
coverage, but I
16.
think he's going to get called for
Killens.
interference.
That was a great effort there. I mean, it's tough
Great
to
effort,
see from
but
our
flag
angle
on
up
the
here.
play.
We'd have to ask Jay Houselander in studio. It kind of looks like the Sabercats defender might have hooked his arm just a little bit, which didn't allow him to get that extension, which was where the call came from. But again, that's just from what we saw up here. We're a little bit farther away. Jay will take a look and let us know what the call was.
It's real impressive, though. Like, he had a hook on the 16, Brent Killens, the receiver, but Killens, even being pulled down like that, was almost able to haul it in, got one hand on it, and tried to snare that ball. So
that's gonna
these
be
guys are
pass
playing.
interference against
These guys are
your
players, and they
Sabercats.
came to play and they came to win. So we're going to have themselves a
take them
heck of
down
a
to
second
the,
half here. So
Yeah, Jay
10-yard line.
Houselander
First and
said
goal,
that's
Chatham,
exactly what it
108
was.
left.
Kind of hooked his arm and hooked into him a little bit. So good call by the official. It'll be first down.
Sabercats have
And
called.
it's tough to
Time
tell.
out.
It doesn't look like it's first and goal, but I don't know how they can get a first down as they're on the 10-yard line. Usually they put the stick down if it's first and goal.
Maybe it's just outside, but
yeah,
timeout called on the play. Looks like the Sabercats have called for the timeout. So,
in essence, it'll be first down and goal is where we're at.
all right, we'd like to say while we wait for the play to resume, thanks to Pockets Confectionery. Go visit Pockets Confectionery, located at 383 Cora Road, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Pockets Confectionery offers products for your everyday needs, including access to an ATM, propane exchange, ice, snacks, lottery, and much, much more. Store hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday and 9 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Thanks again to Pockets Confectionery. Thank you for tuning in to Saultsports.com. And with 1:08 to go in their first half, the Sabercats leading 18-0, and the Cougars marching inside on the 10. So first and goal from the 10, hoping to score and bridge the gap here a little bit as we go into the halftime show. So again, a great game here. Your Sault Sabercats playing the Chatham Kent Cougars. Traveled all this way on a beautiful Saturday afternoon to play at the Spear Heights field. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're enjoying bringing it to you. And whether you're at home on the couch or in the stands here, let's make some noise and rally up these Sault Sabercats.
Here comes Malott Bennett now looking. He's got quads left. He's got Evan Starr to his right. Oh, and that looked like a false start on
That'll be a big mistake for
Everything's slowed down.
after a
Cougars.
timeout.
We have a flag on the play.
But Donnie Chow, the official, pointed. Okay. The official pointed to the
Looks like a
Sabercats
false start
side,
against
but it is going to
the
be
offense,
against
and that'll back them
the
up.
offense. So it'll be first down and 15, and that's a big. You're right, Scott. That's a big mistake there coming out of a timeout.
I think it was 16 Killens on the play, and judging by his reaction and wanting to call to go against the Sabercats,
Yeah.
but all the lobbying results in a flag to the white regardless. So brings back first and 15. They'll be looking to get to the end zone here. Obviously, you want to get some points and close the gap, get some momentum going into the second half. Let's see if the Sabercats can answer. So,
Malott Bennett takes the snap. 4 receivers to his left. He looks that way. He
got
fires it up into quadruple coverage. And is
it's
that
picked
caught?
off. It's
Oh,
picked off by number
intercepted.
4,
What
Take
a
it and
catch there
Goche.
by Goche. My goodness.
Man injured on the play for the Sabercats, but Goche celebrating regardless.
Kelly.
What a play there.
Sabercat defender up, which is a good
To
sign.
Robert Story.
As there was, I think there were
And
3
after a
Sabercats
bunch
in
of
that area,
bobbles.
and the ball bobbles all over the place. And Goche,
With Vecchio on the defense,
as we were
Duncan
just
Gauthier
talking
hauls
about,
it in
makes a beautiful
for the
catch,
interception.
and he picks it off. I'll be honest with you, for a second there, I almost thought it was
Great
a touchdown. I thought
concentration on everybody involved.
Roberts came down with that ball originally.
We do have a
but
couple of players.
It was a
out.
jump ball, and we definitely had them not surrounded. Nicholas Vecchio down near the end zone, being tended to by the trainer, but he's up on his feet looking to go. But yeah, it did look like a Cougar touchdown. Obviously, a big momentum swing there, with them able to pull it off. And Dakin and Goche again filling in at that safety spot or DB, able to pick it off after a jump ball followed by a big scramble. So
the Sabercats with a big opportunity here with 1:01 to go in the second quarter. I mean, we know they're high-powered offense. We know what they can do. So it'll be an opportunity for them to put up another score before halftime. And, you know, if the Cougars aren't going to adjust, I would almost want to go back to, you know, one of those fly routes on the outside. If they're going to play single coverage out there, run another double move on the outside and watch what happens.
yeah, and certainly have a lot of weapons, as we mentioned many times before, and our running game hasn't quite broken loose yet. So with 101, you can certainly
First and 10 your Cats
make a big
from their own 20.
statement leading into the second half and take the wind out of the sails, although the Cougars did march a great deal on that last drive.
Tucker rolls to his right. Tucker looks. He throws. Nice comeback route and beauty catch on the
Malcolm is
outside.
complete.
Matt
Inbounds.
Malcolm makes no mistake
He
on that
gets to
one.
the 36-yard line.
And Matty Malcolm needing that
Yeah,
one.
we
He's
need to
able to
play it down.
hammer that one home and do his best to get the 2 hands on the ball, 2 feet in bounds, and was able to pull that one in gain, good enough for a first down, I believe, and nice
Okay,
roll
first
out,
down,
beautiful
Sabercats.
throw by Matty Tucker.
Nice.
Very, very impressive.
Nice block there by number 94, Ashton Sachin on the play. Ashton's had an outstanding football season this year. He was selected as an alternative for Team Ontario's D-line for the Canada Cup. So congratulations to him. He's a terrific two-way player. I got a chance to coach him in hockey years ago. Great kid from an outstanding family, and nice to see him having some success out here. McPherson slips, but Tucker still throws it to him, and McPherson still makes the catch. So nice play there. It'll be second down and
Good for a
5.
5-yard reception.
Nice job to stick to it and get back up on his feet and able to get up and make the nice catch. So a nice ball by Tucker, a little underthrown, but Jack with a nice adjustment and brings up second down.
Tucker takes it, and he's got Bambacco again, but he was looking at him, decided not to throw, and he's
Tucker,
eaten up back in the
Selects
backfield.
not to throw it.
Great job by number 75,
Damon
Cheatham. Makes a nice play. And you know what? It looked like Bambacco was there early,
Gain of a couple
but give a
yards,
ton
sets
of
up
credit to
third and
Caleb
4.
Roberts, as Caleb Roberts was quick to come back. And I actually don't mind the fact that Tucker didn't throw that, as Caleb had better, Roberts had a much better angle at that ball, and that could have been dangerous. So with 24.5 seconds to play here in the second quarter, we have yet another timeout, and the Sabercats with a decision about what to do here, go for it or punt. So, Scott, if you're Coach Primo, what are you doing here?
Well, two schools of thought. I mean, you can go for it and stretch the field, and even if it's an interception deep, as long as they don't return it for a pick six, it's a good punt. You could consider it. Or you punt it, play safe, and go to the locker room with an 18-point lead, providing that there's no late half antics or heroics. In this case, I think I'm going to test the waters and go long and probably put a nail in the coffin early. Obviously, if you get loose and these guys are world-class speed, throw deep to one of your guys, Trudeau, Malcolm, Bambacco, all these guys are able to catch the ball deep downfield. But again, that's why they get paid the big bucks, and we're here talking about it. Back to Caleb Roberts there. You talk about Bambacco's world-class speed. Defending on Bambacco, Caleb Roberts is probably, nip and tuck with that.
Yeah.
That becomes a track meet, and like you said back a minute ago, probably a good idea for Tucker not to throw that one up and serve up a six.
Bambacco is going to punt the ball away here for the Sabercats from his own 42-yard line. Low snap, and whoa, what a bounce right to Bambacco. And Bambacco gets it off, and that's a great kick. But nice play there. And another great tackle. What a special teams tackle by...
Looks like number 19 Holdaway catches it.
Number
Tackled
41,
by
Ethan Karkidi with a terrific play. You know what? That's a nice play, though,
perfectly.
by Holdaway. Was that Holdaway
or
Achilles?
19,
yeah,
I think.
if Holdaway doesn't catch that in the
42.
air, that thing's going to bounce pretty close to the end zone with how much velocity that had.
Yeah, and 19, like I said, Nathan Holdaway, nice job catching the ball on the run and hitting it with speed. Obviously stopped by Karkidi, who stopped him dead in his tracks, but nice job picking that up and making something out of the return. Again, a bad snap. They're going to want to shore that one up, but Bambacco was able to haul it in and get a nice boot off. So, again, they get the ball now at their 42, being the Cougars' 42-yard line. 16 seconds to go. You make it 2 plays out of it, maybe a third. Now you got to stretch the field.
Malott Bennett takes it. He looks to his left. It's a quick hitter outside to Roberts. Roberts makes some players miss. He still goes. And Roberts finally gets taken down there.
Roberts.
That's a mistake not getting out of bounds, though, because they'll start the clock running once you lose all the advantage.
Seamus Parlow on the stop. This will likely, to your point,
for
be the
8
last
yards.
play of the second half, barring a penalty.
And a great ball game it's been at 18-0.
Seamus
It seems a
Parlow
little lopsided on the scoreboard, but the Cougars have played a great half of football. We look forward to another great half in the second.
Malott Bennett takes it. He looks.
Nice.
There's a nice
Pass
coverage by
to Roberts.
Trecarton again. Smart play.
He
Don't get
catches
beat
it, tackle
deep.
by Trecarton, and that's
So after the
half.
first
18
half of
nothing.
play here in Sault
Here's
Ste Marie at
Sabercats.
Superior Heights football field, the Sault Sabercats with an 18-0 lead over the Chatham Kent Cougars. I'm Tony Bonifero, joined alongside Scott McPherson, Jay and Shaw Houselander in studio, and Chris Carr on a chair. We'll be back in about 10 minutes
Just a reminder,
time with second half
concession
action
stands
here
are
from
open.
Superior Heights.
With
Hey there, I'm Tony Bonifero, your favorite voice from Saultsports.com. What does Spotify and YouTube Music have in common? One thing, automation. What we hear is generated by content-driven algorithms, not people. We are bringing back a much-needed human connection with our online radio station, Northern Sports Radio. We will shine the brightest when we put our listeners in the spotlight. Say hello during talk shows with live phone-ins. Start conversations, build loyalty, and create a community of fans who will help spread the word about Northern Sports Radio. Saultsports.com owner and Northern Sports Radio founder Jay Houselander asked me to welcome you to our Patreon page for Northern Sports Radio. Patreon is a platform where you can support your favorite artists and creators, the ones you really connect with. In return, you'll receive perks such as recognition bonus, content, exclusive access, and so on. I think you get the idea. Patreon is used by YouTubers, singers, songwriters, artists, writers, and is now being used by us at Northern Sports Radio. Over the last 12 years or so, we've gotten so many emails from our followers and listeners, just like you, who are thanking us for our coverage on Saultsports.com. They have let us know how much they love our coverage, and we are now jumping in with both feet into the world of radio. We are extremely passionate about promoting youth, high school, and collegiate athletic accomplishments that often go uncovered up here in Northern Ontario. We have so much fun putting together the stories, interviews, live streams, and laying out the programming for the radio station. But it does take a lot of time, and it does cost money. This entire thing started out as a little hobby for us, but the response has been so great, it actually kind of took us off guard. So we're asking for your support. We need your support. This Patreon page is a blessing, and we definitely don't want the station to become sort of a mini fundraiser every week. That's why we love the Patreon page we have set up. You'll get access to all types of bonus material, and like I said, at just $5 a month, it's like buying me a cup of coffee or a soda every month. We will really appreciate your support. Thank you so much, and make sure you start listening to Northern Sports Radio. And be sure to message us and say hi when you get on Patreon. We're looking and hoping for 500 patron supporters by the end of 2023. Jump in with both feet and help us continue to give athletes from Northern Ontario a voice. Hey there, I'm Tony Bonifero, your favorite voice from Saultsports.com. What does Spotify and YouTube Music have in common? One thing, automation. What we hear is generated by content-driven algorithms, not people. We are bringing back a much-needed human connection with our online radio station, Northern Sports Radio. We will shine the brightest when we put our listeners in the spotlight. Say hello during talk shows with live phone-ins. Start conversations, build loyalty, and create a community of fans who will help spread the word about Northern Sports Radio. Saultsports.com owner and Northern Sports Radio founder Jay Houselander asked me to welcome you to our Patreon page for Northern Sports Radio. Patreon is a platform where you can support your favorite artists and creators, the ones you really connect with. In return, you'll receive perks such as recognition bonus, content, exclusive access, and so on. I think you get the idea. Patreon is used by YouTubers, singers, songwriters, artists, writers, and is now being used by us at Northern Sports Radio. Over the last 12 years or so, we've gotten so many emails from our followers and listeners, just like you, who are thanking us for our coverage on Saultsports.com. They have let us know how much they love our coverage, and we are now jumping in with both feet into the world of radio. We are extremely passionate about promoting youth, high school, and collegiate athletic accomplishments that often go uncovered up here in Northern Ontario. We have so much fun putting together the stories, interviews, live streams, and laying out the programming for the radio station. But it does take a lot of time, and it does cost money. This entire thing started out as a little hobby for us, but the response has been so great, it actually kind of took us off guard. So we're asking for your support. We need your support. This Patreon page is a blessing, and we definitely don't want the station to become sort of a mini fundraiser every week. That's why we love the Patreon page we have set up. You'll get access to all types of bonus material, and like I said, at just $5 a month, it's like buying me a cup of coffee or a soda every month. We will really appreciate your support. Thank you so much, and make sure you start listening to Northern Sports Radio. And be sure to message us and say hi when you get on Patreon. We're looking and hoping for 500 patron supporters by the end of 2023. Jump in with both feet and help us continue to give athletes from Northern Ontario a voice.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for Saultsports.com's coverage of the Sault Sabercats versus the Chatham Kent Cougars. We're entering the second half with the Sabercats up 18-0. It looks as though the Chatham Cougars are off to kick. Probably have Bambako and Jaden Trudeau back to return the kick. Great first half. Lots of back and forth, a lot of turnover on downs, some electric plays. Chatham Kent able to move the ball in the last drive there and looking to capitalize or build on that as they get the offensive rolling in the second half, but we'll have to wait.
Sorry, no.
Sabercats will take the ball first in the second half. Looks like Jaden Trudeau and Nate Carter back to receive.
So Trudeau back for your Sabercats.
Bambako getting a spot here, and we'll see if the Sabercats can do something to kick off the second half. A great first half of football, and we're underway. What can you expect in the second half, Coach?
Yeah, you know what? The Chatham Kent Cougars, we saw it, right? They started to get something going on offense. They started to get some things going here, and you're right. Look at this. It looks like they might try a short kick here to the left if they were, but they don't. They decide to kick it deep, and that's a interesting decision as it goes to Trudeau and Jaden Trudeau. And there is a flag there, and Trudeau gets all the way up to the 47-yard line, 48-yard line. That's something we haven't seen a whole lot of this year, Scott, is them actually kicking to Trudeau or kicking to Bambako. Usually teams try and avoid them at all costs.
On the tackle, but we do have a flag on the play.
Coverage.
When you have dangerous weapons like that, the tendency is to avoid giving them an opportunity to scorch you on a long run back, especially with a deep kick like that where their kicker obviously kicked it close to the 20. And Jaden Trudeau with a running start is hard to catch. So we'll see what the flag is on the play. It looks like
it's a holding penalty against the Sabercats, so they'll get dropped back 10 yards, and it'll be first down and 10 Sabercats from their own. Oh, it's from the spot of the foul, so that's going to bring them to around the 26, 27-yard line. Looks like 27. So first and 10 Sabercats from the 27-yard line. Scott, you're if you're the coach here of the Chatham Kent Cougars, you had an up and down half. What are you telling your guys at halftime to try and keep them into this game?
Well, I think late in that first half, even though their last drive didn't result in any points with the interception in the end zone, they started marching the ball and throwing the ball and rolling and getting some momentum. So I say you stay the course. They're settling in, and the good things will happen in the second.
Tucker, he misfires on that, but what a catch! What a snag by Jack McPherson.
Pass intended for Jack McPherson. Excellent concentration again.
Definitely.
What a snag that was. He's able to hold on to the ball.
25 yards.
Tucker kind of underthrew that just a little bit. I don't know if it was deflected at the line or what, but McPherson able to, I don't even want to say climbed on top of the defense. Almost like he climbed around the defender and made the catch going to the ground.
Great job to concentrate. Again, his mother's soft hands, but able to stay with it and pick up a nice pick up there.
Tucker hands it off to Provenzano, and Provenzano's chewed up by Wesley Dean in the backfield.
Provenzano gets hit behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice pursuit.
This running game of the Sabercats really hasn't really been as effective as it has been throughout the season, and credit the Cougars defense for exactly
That'll
that.
Set up second
and true enough, they have been leaning on that running game and complementing it nicely with the pass game, but today they just can't seem to get it unstuck. But again, lots of ball to play, 10:35 to go in the third quarter. I'm sure Provenzano and Thibodeau are going to get their yards.
Tucker takes it, quads left. He looks left and he goes right, and he's got Trudeau open deep. And great defensive play yet again by Roberts. Although Trudeau, Trudeau probably should have come down with that football as that went right through his hands.
And a little bit underthrown. Had he put it out like the Bambako could toss a little earlier, put a little air under it, that one wobbled a bit. But again, Matty will back in there and he'll look to complete that pass. Obviously, nice route that would be a big gain if that was completed.
Yeah, and we've seen Jaden make those catches over and over and over again, so I know he's a little upset with himself on the sidelines, but he'll come back, and don't be surprised if we see him make a play going forward as Bumbacco is back to kick, and he's going to boot the ball deep to where he's got Roberts, and he has Holdaway back.
And, he wants to make amends for that last one, so expect a big one here.
Another nice scoop by Bumbacco, and what a kick that is. Daniel Bumbacco with some hang time, and Roberts decides to go one way. He goes to his left, then he goes to his right.
Not
An
going down.
outstanding kick coverage
Excellent kick by Daniel
by
Bumbacco.
the
Picked up by number
Sabercats.
23,
He's finally
Roberts. He's
brought
eventually
down,
brought
I believe, by Trecarton.
by Seamus Barlow.
Roberts
Seamus
not
Barlow, sorry.
Roberts not wanting to get go down though. A lot of fight left in 23 and
flag down. It's
flag on the play.
Holding against Chatham.
holding versus Chatham, so that'll bring him back a little further.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Cougars with 9:47 to play in the third quarter.
And again, we'll see if they go back to the flats and moving the ball by passing. Cougars haven't had much of a running game established yet, so their quarterback, Malott Bennett, doing a great job in dishing the ball and serving it around the outside of the field. So we'll expect that to continue. We'll see what they have in store for the Sabercats defense.
1st down and 10 from the penalty will bring the Cougars back inside the 15-yard line. Looks like it'll be about the 12.5-yard line of the Cougars.
I'm wondering whether this deep bench for the Sabercats is going to play a role. Obviously, they had the bye week last week, so they're well rested and able to heal some of the injuries. Let's see if that's a factor.
And there's a handoff up the middle, but there is a whistle.
Number 9.
Again,
Not sure what the call is here. We'll see.
Chatham Kent obviously playing last week to finish out their season and finished a 4-2 record, so they played more recently than have the Sabercats. But the Sabercats have looked sharp today, but just going to polish a few things as we continue on the playoffs. Their defensive has played well today. It made a few interceptions, some turnovers, and some big momentum swings, but that offense is looking like it's ready to fire on all cylinders here. So let's see if we can get that offense back on the field. Chatham looks like 2nd and 10 after the penalty, or did they pick up the flag? No.
Nope.
They
It'll
switched it to the first. And
yeah, they blew that dead before the play
So they blew it
happened.
dead
So,
before the-
no flag on the play.
definitely no flag. I'm not sure what the whistle was, but it'll just be, we're going to replay 1st down. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Cougars as the official blows it in. And there's the snap. And there's the throw to the outside. It's high, and it's through the hands of
Pass
Nathan
intended for
Hanser.
Incomplete.
Another good
Juma
ball
on the
there by Malott Bennett, but it almost seemed like Hanser heard the footsteps coming behind him and, let that one go right through his hands.
Yeah, and again, we haven't heard from number 85. It's the first time I think they've thrown to him today, so maybe a little bit of the jitters, and again, the footsteps might have been calling. I'm watching these wideouts, and they're all ISO'd one-on-one with the Sabercat defense with no underneath help. You wonder whether the coach for Chatham is seeing that and doing a fly, because that number 23 has got world-class speed.
And there's a nice throw over the middle of the field, and is that
Pass
dropped?
intended.
It is
I
dropped.
believe it is dropped, yes.
Oh, what a throw that was,
Pass
right
intended
into the
for Byrne.
hands
Just dropped
of
incomplete.
Carson Byrne, and he can't hold on to it, so it'll be 3rd down. That's a play that you
That'll set up
need to
3rd
have
down.
if you're the Cougars, and I'm sure Byrne would like to have that one back. The one thing I've been really impressed with, too, about Malott Bennett is I love the way that he spreads the ball around. I mean, he's looking at all of his receivers. I think he's throwing the ball now to about 6 or 7 different guys in this game. So, again, if you're another one of those guys, if you're playing receiver for him, you better be ready wherever you are on the football field. As Lachlan Burke is back again, he's going to test that monster leg of his. And that's
Almost got
almost
picked.
blocked, but what a kick again. He gets it all the way up to just inside the 50. It's going to go out right on the
Kick goes
45-yard
out of
line.
bounds at about the 45-yard line.
That's a 30-yard
That'll be first
swing
and
in
10
possession.
Sabercats.
It's not a bad kick at all, right? Geared it out of bounds, aimed it out of bounds, and did the trick.
Yeah, and keep it out of the hands of those speedsters back to receive the kick. So, again, not too bad. If you're going to turn it over, as well get it out of the shadows of your uprights and make them come a little further. So that Sabercats offense out again. And Tucker looking to march down and spread the gap a little bit. Up 18-0 with 9:06 to go in the third quarter. Want to say hello to some of our friends down Brown Island way, Mr. Drake and Mark and Charlotte, or Candace and Nellie and Sam, watching, listening on Saultsports.com. Let's go Cats.
Here comes Tucker now. Tucker takes it, and Tucker looks, and he finds Bumbacco on a nice little out route, and Bumbacco tries to make something happen after the play, and he's taken down by number 8.
Manages to get a couple more yards.
Sebastian Moreno, nice tackle, as that's not easy to do. Take down Bumbacco one-on-one in the open field. And Bumbacco does a terrific job of keeping his feet in bounds there, as he was about as close as he could be to the end. So nice work there by the Sabercats.
A little tap dance by number 1 on the paint to stay in bounds. Turned it into a 8-yard gain into moving the sticks. Picked up a few extra and moved sticks to the 34 of Chatham. So 1st and 10.
Provenzano lined up to Tucker's left. He's got 3 receivers to his left, and there's a run up the middle. And what a hole there. And here we go. Provenzano runs hard. And that's his biggest run of the day as he picks up 15 yards.
And a first down. We do have a flag on the play,
there is a flag, and it is a holding call against the Sabercats.
Looks to be holding against your Sabercats.
That's going to come back again as the big play is negated.
33, Travis Lassam on the tackle after a big gain, and you knew that Provenzano was going to be held down for long, but we'll see where this lands the Sabercats. Again, him breaking tackles and gaining extra hard yards after the first contact. So we'll see who the offending team is.
Oh, it's definitely a hold against the Sabercats. So
I missed that on the carry, but
that's all right. So we're going to replay first down, and it'll be first down and
a whole lot of lumps. Was the flag away from the ball, or
no? It was right on. They called a hold on the inner half of the offensive line.
20.
Gotcha.
So Tucker has it. He's got 3 receivers to his left. Provenzano lined up to his right. Trudeau and Bumbacco to his right as well. And he looks to his right, then he looks left, and he hits Trudeau on the crossing pattern. And Trudeau turns on the Jets.
Nice ball.
And he might be gone right to the end zone. Touchdown, Jaden Trudeau. Just like we talked about. Does the rest. So nice job by the Cats as Koski is on for the extra point. You don't want to jinx the kid, but it's almost a foregone conclusion the way they've been connecting here this year. The snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is good. And that'll give the Sault Sabercats a 25-0 lead here over the Chatham Kent Cougars with 7:59 to play in the into the third quarter.
All right, so touchdown sponsor after each touchdown, and we're getting a lot of them today. Mama Cass Cheesecakes gets shout outs, and all of our touchdowns are brought to you by Mama Cass Cheesecakes. At Mama Cass Cheesecakes, we strive to bring you the very best cheesecake using only the freshest ingredients. Specializing in New York style baked cheesecakes, we also make keto, gluten-free, and lactose-free, so you never have to miss out on dessert. Dinners, parties, weddings, big or small, we'll cheesecake them all.
And props to Mama Cass Cheesecake, as she was. She brought us up a couple cheesecakes, I think, a couple weeks ago, and my goodness, they didn't last too long up here.
A few linemen here up in the booth, and they would never last very long anyway. So find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Mama Cass Cheesecakes. And again, thank you to all of our sponsors, and you'd like to sponsor your local football and local sports at the amateur level, please contact Saultsports.com and we will get you connected with the people that are in charge. So after that one, 7:59 left in the third. We're up 25-0 are the Sabercats versus the Chatham Kent Cougars.
So here comes the kick by Koski. He boots it deep, and he kicks it to Roberts. And that takes a funny bounce, and that's going to go out of bounds. Or did that go off Roberts and go out of bounds?
Went off his hand and then rolled into the bench.
Out of bounds for
And just a quick little announcement we'd like to make here on Sault Sports. On September 2nd, we will be opening up Northern Sports Radio. It'll be an online radio station, and really excited to do that. So kind of keep an eye out on Sault Sports for all the details, and we will be having shows every single day. So Northern Sports Radio will kick off on September 2nd. You can join the patron page and help support us on there as well. So appreciate the support, and we're going to give this a shot and see how it goes. As there's a throw, and what a defensive play by Trecarton. He continues his strong game, as that was a nice throw intended for Roberts.
Absolutely beautiful play.
Unfortunately followed with an objectionable conduct flag. So again, excessive celebration by Trecarton after a beautiful play to knock that one down, but Stripes are not having it today. So
yeah, and you know what? I'll be honest with you. I can't stand those calls, right? It's, you know, football is such an emotional game, and it's almost like you're expected to play an emotionalist, right? He wasn't rubbing it in the other team's face. He wasn't doing anything. He just jumped up, celebrated with his teammates, and he gets a flag for that. I don't know. Not a fan of that call whatsoever.
So that's objectionable conduct.
It's hard to turn off the emotion, but
that'll move the ball.
We've been burned by that many times this year, so these guys will have to reinforce that to their players that it's going to get called. So yeah, kind of rare it in sometimes, but anyway, nice stop on the play.
Malott Bennett now takes it, and he throws, and it takes a bounce, and it's picked off by Gauthier. Gauthier with the return up the sidelines, and he's tackled by number 9. Drake Duplessis with a touchdown-saving tackle.
Lands in the hands of Gauthier.
That's his second interception of the game for Gauthier.
First down, Sabercats.
It'll be first down and 10 Sabercats with 7:18 to play here in the third quarter.
Coach might go to his coach and say, you know what, Coach, I'm healed. I'm cured about this quarterback thing.
Yeah,
I like the glory playing secondary here. Let's get this job done.
Well, I mean, you know, we've talked a lot about Gauthier. We've talked a ton about Trecarton today. Landon Trecarton, you know, arguably has been the player of the game here for the Sabercats. I mean, he has been all over the field. He's been making plays, and just a terrific football game by him. And Gauthier with 2 interceptions, making a case for himself as well. As there's a play action fake, and Bambaco's wide open. He's completely uncovered, and what a play by Tucker. Tucker sells that fake beautifully. He rolls to his left, and the coverage just vanished on Bambaco. And how do you leave Daniel Bambaco wide open?
Well, I think the secondary, like me, probably bit on that roll, because I didn't know that Tucker still had it in his hands, and obviously became wide open. Easy to prance in from there. Beautiful play, beautiful execution by Tucker. And well done.
And the kick is good.
Perfectly executed.
Koski's kick is up and good. 32-0. 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
32-0 is the score with 6:59 to play in the third quarter. Chatham Kent had better have a answer, and a quick one, as the game is getting away on them a little bit, as the Sabercat offense seems to flex its muscle a little bit. And again, some great execution, some good run plays setting up the pass. Chatham maybe run out of gas a little bit, shorter bench, and it's got to be deflating when they score on every second possession. So
yeah, you know what? This Sabercats team has really come out strong today. It was a great start to the game for Chatham, right? They came out strong. It was 0-0 with I think up until 4 or 5 minutes left in the first quarter. And this was a pretty close football game for a long time, but you're right? Over the course of the game, the depth of the Sabercats has really come through.
Mike Magley.
And they've been doing terrific here so far. So nice job there.
Nice to see all our fans across TV land enjoying the game here, and hope they're enjoying on Saultsports.com. Mike Magley were to get any more relaxed, he'd probably slip into a coma, but hope you're enjoying the game, Michael, and fans and friends. And thank you for supporting our Sabercats. Are up 32-0 with 6:59 to go in the third quarter.
Looks like
So
Duplessis down.
Cougars back deep, 3 guys deep to return this kickoff. Let's see who they shy away from.
I'd like to see them, like to see the Sabercats just allow Koski again to boom one here. We'll see. Oh, instead it's just a little squib kick. Oh, and it takes a funny bounce, and it's recovered there by Carson Byrne. Great play by him as he's able to recover the ball.
Eventually brought in by Carson Byrne.
I like that play call by the Sabercats, just kind of give him the ball and see what they
Chatham
can do.
from about
That was
their
a
own
selfish
36.
thing by me. I just wanted to see Koski boom one again because it's fun watching him kick the ball.
Absolutely. And it almost worked. They usually they go up in the air with the onside kick. They did a little squib across the top or down the center and then bounced up and gave the Cougars fits. And luckily they were able to retrieve it and are taking the ball at the 35. So a long way to go, but Sabercats looking to defend here.
Malott Bennett. 2 running backs to either side of him. And that's going to be an offside. Oh, that's going to be an offside call
And a flag.
against the defense. As Ethan Scott went first, and then Nick Carter absolutely lit up the center of the guard. Not sure who. And that'll, Nick Carter making a voice for himself here on the defensive line, and his brother Nate Carter's doing a job on the offense, playing wide receiver, and that'll make their cousin Ryan Millett a pretty happy guy. Ryan, I used to play football with for a number of years. He's living down in Sarnia now, so shout out to Ryan. And I know that he's cheering on the Sabercats and cheering on his cousins here today. So as the Cougars take it, and there's their biggest run of the day. And nice play by Duplessis, and he picks up close to a first down. He does pick up a first down. So that'll be 1st and 10 Cougars. That's their first down, I believe, they've picked up on the ground today.
Nice little run by Duplessis, too. A little smaller feature back, but able to scat through there and make, obviously, 10-plus and moving the sticks, and that's what the Cougars need. A little at a time until they get settled.
Malott Bennett. 2 receivers to both sides. He takes it. He looks to his right. He throws it up again. And what a catch there. That's the catch we've been waiting to see from Roberts all day.
It goes deep downfield.
And that's the first catch I think Trecarton's given up against him so far here today downfield.
And I think we'll see more of that one.
Yeah.
That was the one I thought they'd go to earlier as 23 Roberts as speed to Burn, so he's able to get a step there. And a little ball a little underthrown. He might have taken that one to the house, but again, that's Malott Bennett has him open all day on that route, so expect to see that again.
Malott Bennett lines up. He's got 2 running backs to help block in the backfield. 2 receivers to either side. That's going to be on the defense.
He's picked it up.
He picked up the flag. I'm not sure what happened there. I haven't seen that.
Nice
catch up high by number 84. Vink again with another nice catch. Short gain on the play.
Ashton Vink will get forward progress on that one. Gain of a couple there. Weird play when a flag was thrown, but it was picked up before the ball was snapped. So.
I don't think just when you think you've seen it all, I don't think I've ever seen that one before.
Little oopsie with the red flag, but they were able to get it back and play off.
The bottom line is he got it right. He made the right. The flag shouldn't have been thrown because he didn't make contact. Ball wasn't snapped. So I like that. At least the ref got it right. That's what you want. So good job by the official here as Malott Bennett comes out. He looks to his right, and there's a throw over the middle, and that's intercepted again by Gauthier. There is a flag on the play. Gauthier looks, he returns it. There's a couple flags, and he's taken down.
Pass intended.
We'll see what the flag is, though.
Intercepted his third of the game.
We'll see if
Gauthier.
we'll have to see if that stands or not.
30-yard line.
There's a couple flags on the play. I didn't know what the first one was. The first one might have been offside on the offense, and if that's the case, the pick will stand, but we'll have to see what the call is.
Taking Gauthier have himself a game, the third interception of the day.
It's offside on the offense, so the interception will stand, and then there will be a penalty for, I believe, a block in the back going the other way. So regardless, the Sabercats
so we have
should take over first down and 10
against the Sabercats.
Face mask to call against the Sabercats, so that'll be tacked on at the end of the play.
And we do have an injured player on the field.
One of the Cougars is down, being tended to, but he's up on his feet soon. 65, Nathan Brian Maloney up on his feet, so it's a good sign.
Nice to see him walk off. He's a big body out there for this team, and he's actually had a really strong game today for the Cougars. So it'll be first down and 10, Sabercats, I believe.
It looks like he's grabbing his hamstring. That's usually a dehydration problem at this time in the game.
Cramping, yeah.
Cramping up, and hopefully they'll get him some liquids, and he'll be back ready to go in a couple of downs. But and then again, another nice pick by Gauthier. Great ball thrown to the uprights in a double coverage zone, and Gauthier is able to pick off the overthrow.
Coach Jim Monaco, head coach of the Junior Varsity Sabercats. They come out on the winning end, 22-21. They will advance
22-21, your Junior Varsity Sabercats winning in London against the Forest City team. So they will await to see their opponent.
Yeah, that's, again, another Nathan Gazzetti game.
Did he have himself another
he had himself
track
another
and field
performance. So congratulations to them.
And again, they're hitting stride at the right time. They lost a few games early in the season, but have really started putting it together and peaking for playoffs, and look forward to great things. Hopefully we can enjoy a home gate for them next week, but again, it'll wait to see the outcome of the 4-versus-1 quarterfinal. And if not, they'll be on the road against a formidable opponent next week in the semifinals, hoping also to advance in the final on August 5th. Now, is their Junior Varsity in a different site than our Windsor site?
Yes, I believe it is. I'm not sure where, though. Yeah, I just heard from Dylan Monaco, Jim Monaco's son, and he texted me the final score as well. So props to Dylan Monaco, who's down at, I'm not sure if he's in Bishops right now or if he's still here, but he's got a big football season coming up for him this year, and big things are expected from Dylan, and outstanding young man, and can't wait to watch what he does this season down at Bishops as they have a great program down there, and they have a couple players from up here in Sault Ste Marie playing down at Bishops, so nice to see.
Oh, nice to see not only playing in the Ontario loop, but out in the East Coast. A lot of great players heading there. Of course, Dante Scaglione, we talked about going to St. Mary's this year in Halifax. And the young Chad's son, what was his name? Anyway. Chad Musso's son, and his first name escapes me too.
Hunter?
Hunter, thank you. All right, good teamwork, fellas.
Yeah,
putting it together. But
Hunter's a great kid. I coached him back in the day. So yeah,
and his dad's probably on a golf course right now, hitting birdies and other wildlife. But
it looks like I'm gonna have to go and get a ruling on this. It looks like they're giving Chatham Kent the football back. I know that they might say offsetting penalties, but the penalty will happen after the turnover.
So the play should have been basically blown back.
Oh, I see. So because
everything else is negated,
so they're calling procedure. So if it's a procedure, that play should have never occurred. So Gautier's going to be stuck on 2 interceptions. Disappointing game for Gauthier after only 2 picks.
Brings up 2nd and 15 for the Cougars, who get another chance at.
He'll get the 3rd one now.
Oh,
yeah.
Now he's got something to prove.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So it'll be 2nd down and 15 here for the Cougars. Malott Bennett lining up. He's got 3 receivers lined up to his right, 2 to his left, and he looks to his left, and he throws it up again, and Trecarton with blanket coverage yet again. I mean, if he turns around, he might intercept that.
Defended by Trecarton.
But
incomplete.
what a play. I mean, Trecarton has just been all over Roberts this game.
15.
And that's a tall order because Roberts, like I said, has got blazing speed, and Trecarton had himself a day today. So you mentioned Monaco earlier, and according to my Facebook guru, Christiane Monaco, we'd like to extend a happy 60th anniversary to Ruth and Len Monaco, who I'm told are celebrating this weekend. So again, we just got word from the booth. Trecarton today, 8 tackles, 3 batted balls. So have himself one whale of a game. Congratulations, as is his brother. Both Trecartons excelling today.
Oh, and Malott Bennett has a wide open receiver, and he's in for the touchdown.
Run a play to this 2. I would think they'd go 2 yards deeper and try to get the end zone on a quick reception. But anyway, 32-6 your score, 4:23 to go in the third quarter. Your Sabercats leading the Chatham Kent Cougars.
You got to suspect they're going to try a short kick here if you're the Sabercats, as the Cougars need to dig deep down into their bag of tricks here.
You want to put a cheesecake on this one going deep?
Yeah. Sure.
we got our hands team out here.
That's right. Lachlan Burke on to kick again for the Cougars. It looks like I don't know where he's going to put this one, but we'll see.
85 Mitchell Commissar in on the hands team.
Oh, and Burke, what a boot. That is through the end zone almost. And it's picked up by Trudeau. Trudeau looks to clear. He does. He clears the end zone. And Trudeau takes up the sidelines. And Jaden Trudeau is going to go 115 yards, we'll call it, for the touchdown. And there's a flag.
Ray Rumil escorting them the whole way. 110 yards rather. Ball landed on the goal line. A beautiful boot by the kicker, but Cougars unable to get down and cover.
Jaden Trudeau takes it.
We're going to have to see
the
what
end zone,
this call
all the way
is.
down in for the touchdown. We do have a flag on play.
It was late in the play, so I'm going to assume it's objectionable conduct based on the fact that nobody was making contact anymore once the Trudeau made it past the second level there, or the third level. We'll see what the call is. Donnie Chow coming back to the 50. And does that mean that it'll come back to the spot of the foul? Or?
I hope. I mean, I'm not sure. I didn't see exactly what happened. Yeah, like they are going to call objectionable conduct, but again, it's a 10-yard penalty. But
so that'll be objectionable conduct against your Sabercats.
I believe the touchdown would stand, wouldn't it? That's just absolutely heartbreaking. You know, Jaden Trudeau. Did they call that? Did they call that on Trudeau?
So celebrating before he made the end zone apparently.
So
and
I guess my question would be something quite simple. Why did the official, who's the furthest official back from everything, decide to make a call on a play that was? Again, like, you know, discipline's a big deal, but, you know, I don't know.
So the ball goes to the spot of the foul then?
And then they push them,
the
back.
Basically on the goal line.
Guy just goes for 107 yards, and you're expecting him to not have a little bit of motion.
So
like
it'll be 1st and 10 Sabercats.
Sometimes, yeah. Anyway.
Hopefully
I strongly disagree with that call. I think, you know, again, let these kids play. This is football, right?
Sabercats have called the timeout.
Timeout, Sabercats on the play. And like you say, there's some celebration going on with every success, right? And
concession open with cold drinks and light snacks.
But again, like it's almost like the official that calls it was 75 yards away from everything that happened. No one else calls it. He throws the flag.
As of today.
Hopefully this bears out for the Sabercats, but the 32-6 game, there's barring a major collapse, they're going to win this game. But in a tight game, those penalties are going to come back and haunt. So, and even now, as we look, we have some of the Sabercats without their helmets on the field, and that is just asking for a flag to be thrown as well. So
it is a timeout, though. So I think it's okay.
Are they allowed during timeout?
Yeah, during a timeout, I'm pretty sure you're allowed.
7:30 start.
It'll be 1st down and 10 Sabercats from the 15-yard line of the Cougars.
Well, our Sabercats offense gets another chance to flex its muscle then and see what they can do inside the red zone. Looks to be the 15.
Tucker takes it. He hands it off up the middle. Provenzano. What a cut by Provenzano. And he's in for the touchdown.
A couple cuts later.
So Gauthier to tack on some extra accolades for his big game today after 2 interceptions and a big stop last drive.
Snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is right down the middle. So the Sault Sabercats extend the lead now to 38-6.
It looks like a 35
39-6, sorry.
Oh, no, that'd still be a 33-point spread, so we won't go to straight time just yet. But again, as our touchdown sponsor, we'd like to thank Mama Cass Cheesecakes. Let's try that again. We strive to bring you the very best cheesecake using only the freshest ingredients. Specializing in New York-style baked cheesecakes, we also make keto, gluten-free, and lactose-free, so you never have to miss out on dessert. Dinners, parties, weddings, big or small, we'll cheesecake them all. Find on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Mama Cass Cheesecakes.
So the Sault Sabercats will kick off here with 3:43 to play in the third quarter. Back to receive again is Roberts and Holdaway for the Cougars. And, you know, I'm looking at this Cougars roster, and, yeah, like, you know, they have a lot of 05s on this team. This is a young football team. Not many 04s, and you know, with it being a relatively young roster, you know, this team has the ability to compete going forward. And you know, this is great experience for these kids as Koski boots it out of, or Bombako who boots it out of bounds, and it'll be a penalty here against the Cats, and the ball will come out to the 40-yard line.
Koski Kicks out of bounds. We do have a flag on the play. It'll go against
But
the
full
Cats.
points to the Cougars, as you said. They got a depleted roster, or a short roster. And even the body language now, you'll see some guys on the table getting tended to, and some others on the bench looking pretty dejected, which is easy to do at 39-6, but got to give them full marks. They came out and had a big, strong first half. Sabercats able, like I said, just to dominate a little bit in the second half, and these guys are putting on a show, and you know, the Cougars have nothing to be embarrassed by. They're, like I said, a young group, a small group, but they've played hard today, and hats off to them for a great effort.
So the Cougars will take over 1st and 10 from their own 40.
Don't forget to come out next week and
First and
tailgate.
10.
If
First and
we
10
do
Chatham
indeed win
for
this
the
game
full
going
40
forward,
yard
we'll have another contest next Saturday here at your Superior Heights field, and we look forward to seeing you there. We'll get you game time before we go off the air today, just to let you know you come support your Sabercats, wear your blue and gold.
And there's a handoff up the middle. Number 7, LJ Hines with a
the
nice
carry. He's
run.
met at the line of
But
scrimmage.
what a tackle by number 54, Kieran Derboka, as he stands him up in the hole. And
Kieran
for
Derboka
a
with the
gain of
tackle.
no play, or
Second
no
and
gain
10.
on the play. That's a heck of a tackle by Derboka.
That's a great job to do penetration from there. He stopped him in the backfield, so obviously maybe a blitz or somewhere his defensive lineman freed him up to step up and make a big play. So big 54, big stick.
There's a pass deep again, and he comes back. Great adjustment on the play by Hanser, and he makes some guys miss.
Hanser
And
adjusts
he's
to make
taken
the
down
catch.
by Derboka.
Makes a beautiful catch. Gets a bunch of yards
What a
after
play.
the catch.
Derboka ran
Eventually
about
brought down by
35 yards
Derboka.
backfield to make that play. But
Good,
my
solid
goodness,
40-yard play.
Nathan
First down,
Hanser
Chatham.
with a terrific catch and run.
And Hanser, nice redemption after missing an easier one earlier. Hauled that one in and was able to make some extra yards after the catch. Nice speed, coverage by Parlow on the play, but got ahead of him. And like you say, Derboka back with 2 back-to-back plays, big sticks, and nice coverage tackle downfield. But they take over on the 25, 1st and 10.
2 receivers lined up to the right and left. And that's going to be offside on the defense. That's a free play. And he throws it up, and it's just, if you looked, Hanser didn't run his route from the beginning. He
A little
stopped
bit of a stutter
running.
start there for the
And
Sabercats.
if he would have kept going, that would have been a
We do have a
touchdown.
flag on
Another
play.
beautiful throw
85,
by
wide
Malott
open,
Bennett.
but
Yeah.
And a
pass was
smart play,
incomplete.
right? Malott Bennett saw that it was a free play, throws it up.
Yeah, he couldn't
Offside
extend,
on
and
receiver
Hanser
catch,
might have been
they'll back
tired
us
from the
up.
last route, but I think once he saw the flag, he probably broke off, and had he continued that, like you said, it would have been a quick, easy 6 points, and he'll want to have that one back. But again, that Malott Bennett just shows some great poise, some great size as a quarterback, able to see all his receivers, and has a bomb of an arm, and he's impressed me immensely. So big future for number 2 in the white.
Malott Bennett again takes it. He looks to his right. He throws the quick post, and what a throw! Are you kidding me?
Beautiful
Oh my
throw by
good. Either side, he looks right, he throws right, and what a play there by number 11,
looking
Jaden
for 2. Great job
Trudeau.
by Jaden Trudeau to knock the ball away.
Nice coverage on that
Pass
play. Good,
intended for
good
Roberts.
execution. Nice route.
12 or
The ball been thrown on the
39-12.
outside shoulder. Might have been tough
your
to catch,
Sabercats.
but tough to defend. But Trudeau going up there with the big mitts and able to knock it away for no damage. So continues 39-12. Your score with the Sabercats leading 2:32 to go in the third. Like I said, the Cougars not going away quietly. They have something to say. It's going to be a big task to overcome. But But there's still a lot of game left in the whole quarter yet to play. 2:32 to go in the third quarter.
This has to be the longest football game in the history of football. Like, I don't know what's going on with the clock person or what, if they're not starting. I feel like this has been an unbelievably long football game. It's going to be over 3.5 hours by the time we're done.
It'll be late for the Steeler game at this rate.
Yeah.
And again, the Steelers playing tonight at home at the Rocky DiPietro.
Yeah, they play Rocky against the
GTA.
GTA All-Stars. So if you're from here and you live in the Sioux, come on out and support the Sioux Steelers. It's a beautiful night for football, and tonight's going to be a fun game. As there's a short kick, and it's taken wisely there.
Short kick
by Ethan
right to Ethan
Cartini, showing
Cartini.
off the hands.
He picks it up, makes it right back.
And he brings it right back to the
50-yard
50-yard line of the Cougars.
Nothing that kid can't do, eh? Cartini.
So it'll be first down and 10.
Well done.
Sabercats from the Cougars 50-yard line.
And again, don't forget to go visit Pockets Confectionery, located at 383 Cora Road in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. They offer products for your everyday needs, including access to ATM, propane exchange, ice, snacks, lottery, and much, much more. Stores are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Again, we're ready to start. Tucker under center, ready to maneuver his offense, try to extend this lead.
Tucker takes the snap. He looks right. Quick hitter to Trudeau. Jaden Trudeau make people, what a block by Bumbaco. And they're going to call a flag on that. Again. Unbelievable.
Jaden Trudeau follows a terrific block.
And I think that call is going to go into number one, tangled up inside, but looked like a pretty good block to me. But
yeah,
the referee saw something otherwise. And
it's the same official. It's the same guy that throws the flag on the on the long one. I mean, he throws more penalties than most other officials we see here. So
it's a job I would never want, being an official. Every call, 50% of the people think you're wrong.
Well, that one I think the majority would say. I don't think that was a hold whatsoever. That's a terrific block on the outside. I guess the only argument you could have was he maybe held on to him, blocked him a little too long, maybe. I mean,
and that's a secret to know once your block has been effective and
let it go.
Release.
That's right.
But again, you want to do your job as your coach has asked you and follow through right to the whistle, right? So
a little bit of the run is
it'll
negated.
be first down and 10 for the Sabercats.
First and 10 for your Sabercats
from the 32-yard line.
And a job here for the Sabercats coaching staff is maybe not to tip your hand on too many plays, as you know that their opponent next year will be, or next game rather, will be watching lots of game film.
And Provenzano, they're going to call another hold there. That'll be a holding
Hand off
call.
to Provenzano. He gets to
great defensive play by Lachlan Burke, but they're going to call a hold against the Sabercats.
56, Drew Esposito. No, that's not Esposito. But we have a Sabercat down. We'll look to get the number and trainer out to tend to him. But again, another hold on the play. Looks like that's coming back.
We'll replay first down yet again, and it'll be first down and 20. Or wait, I thought that was first down and 20. So the officials walking it off here. Yeah, the Sioux Steelers game tonight, they have an opportunity to finish the season at home undefeated with a victory tonight over the defending champions, the GTA All-Stars. Nice to get down there and watch football again at the John Rhodes Field, right? The Rocky DiPietro Field. You know, it's a beautiful place down there. The city of the Sault Ste. Marie put in some money to finally fix those lights that have been there forever. And it is unbelievably nice watching a football game, you know, under the lights again, and these new LED lights just really, you know, really light up the entire place. So if you have an opportunity tonight, don't be afraid to come on out and watch some good, solid football from some of the best football players across the province.
And not a bad seat in the house there, Rocky DiPetro Field, and obviously playing on grass instead of this turf at Superior Heights. Some of the old traditionalists are.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was going to say the referee blew it in, and it took about 4 seconds for the clock to start. So, and there's Bumbacco. He takes it to the left side. Daniel Bumbacco gets some blocks, makes some players miss. He cuts around, keeps going up the sidelines, and I think he just kind of goes out of bounds.
Another flag on the play. Well after the play, but
with the carry.
I love hearing from the sidelines of the Chatham Kent Cougars as they're yelling, "Tackle him!"
Yeah.
That was the game plan, Coach. But easier said than done when you have the elusive Bumbacco scooting out. And
that's right.
Dipped himself in goose grease today, and he's pretty slippery, pretty tough to tangle. So, and another flag on the play.
Flag.
Well,
they need to be. You know what the Sabercats need to be careful about here is, you get 2 OCs, that's a suspension for next game, right? So if I'm the Cats and if I'm the coaching staff, I'm having a real strong conversation with our guys here because discipline has been an issue with this team all year, and that's something that the coaching staff needs to do a little bit better job of kind of controlling here. I think going forward, if this team is going to have some sustained success.
I might not even take the chance. I might up 27 points, get my seconds a chance to get in there and get some reps and grow their confidence and remove that option of them getting a penalty because, like you say, if they had to miss a game next week for something ridiculous right now, that's not a chance I'm willing to take. But they'll be battling until the final whistle. And
so it'll be second down and a country mile.
And this is where you go vertical and throw an all fly and see what comes up, right? But looks like we're going to have a rally with the referees, and they're going to try to determine the best course of action for moving forward. Like I said, still another quarter of ball to play, 1:31 to go. Your Sabercats leading 39-12 with a minute and a half to go in the third quarters.
Coach, the official is having a conversation over there with Coach Primo.
But it has been a long game, but we're glad you stayed with us here at Saultsports.com. Again,
we're going to be here for another hour still, so I don't know.
I think that's why I started talking about cheesesteaks.
I know.
Moving on to supper here, it's cheesecakes, but cheesesteaks for supper would be fantastic.
I'm going to start demanding double the amount of money for being here so long.
2 slices of pizza instead. Excellent. But Sabercats looking to get on track here, and like I said, we want them to close out the game. Hopefully, we'll finish off in a win, and we'll be able to move on next week to our opponent, who is yet to be determined. But it is going to be a home game here at the Superior Heights. Probably a 4 o'clock start. I'm going to get confirmation on that soon. But if you have no plans next week, make it a date with Saultsports.com and your Sault Sabercats as they play in the semifinal, pending the outcome of this game. In command with 27-point lead. Still lots of ball to play, so let's see if the Sabercats can finish strong here.
Second down and 30 here for the Cats. Tucker looks to his left, and Tucker with a beautiful ball again on the outside. Caught by Matthew Malcolm there. He stays in bounds.
To Matthew Malcolm.
And that's going to be a flag for a late tackle.
Complete.
And another flag on that.
Tackle out of bounds. Got a little bit of
nice to see Matty Malcolm settle in after a couple drops earlier today, and good call on Matty Tucker to go back to him and get him his hands again, because this game, the stats aren't that important anymore, but moving forward, you want Matty Malcolm and all of the weapons just firing on all cylinders and making sure that they are ready for what comes later in the season. So well done, Matty Malcolm, to make the catch there. And again, a little more silly stuff over by the sidelines. Hope we can tidy that up and get out of here in one piece.
Yeah, I think it'll be I know the first penalty is probably going to be a late hit or, unnecessary roughness against the Cougars. The question is what's the second penalty going to be? You have to assume it's, a retaliation type penalty maybe, so we'll see.
Chatting related. I look across to the
objectionable conduct against the Cougars. Both penalties against the Cougars. So that'll be an automatic, or not an automatic first down, but that will be a first down, I believe.
We were sitting at 2nd and 30, so we'll see where the ball is spotted. Bring you to play.
So there were 2 penalties, both against the Cougars. One was objectionable conduct, and one was rough play. So
they're both 15s, right? So it'll bring 30, and it'll be awful close to the
that'll be
the sticks.
Either a first down or it'll be 3rd down and half a yard.
That's the cheap and dirty way of getting it. I don't think they would have dreamed it up that way. Good to see Seamus Parlow up off the trainer's bench, getting tended to. Maybe had a little stinger there, but he's walking around on his own power, which is a nice sign. I think Tricarton's still up on the bench, just waiting for some ice, so hopefully that's nothing too serious, as we'll need all our guys for next week's game. If, again, not to get ahead of myself, if you mailing in the win already, but up 27-0. Your Sabercats are in the driver's seat. They control their destiny here. 39-12 with 1:14 to go. And even these last 2 minutes of the third quarter have seemed to drag on. So thanks for being patient. Thanks for staying with us on Saultsports.com. Again, congratulations to the junior varsity Sabercats, who won 22-21 against a London team this afternoon in London. They're waiting their opponent for next week. Most likely they'll be on the road, but we'll wait to see. Maybe we'll get a doubleheader here, Sabercats junior varsity and varsity next week. So good luck to them as they continue on with their season. You'll catch some of their games here on Sault Sports if we get a home date.
So I thought it was 1st and goal, and now the officials again decide to change it.
Again, a thankless job. Hopefully they get it right. And
it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Sabercats from...
Looks like the ball is on the 27.
The 27-ish yard line, yeah.
Give or take. And again, a beautiful day for football here. Sun is shining. A little windy earlier, but it seems to have settled in. And again, going back to these intangibles, we talk about our kicking game, and what a nice luxury as a coach to know that your kicking game is sound in case you need a late field goal or converting those extras.
And there's a fake again, and Tucker takes it, and Tucker gets tackled in the backfield by number 52.
Gets sacked, number 52.
Trayvon Mulder, who's had a terrific football game here today. We've called his name countless times. So it'll be 2nd down and 15.
And a great job by Trayvon Mulder to stay at home. Took a little shake and bake with Tucker, but able to square up on him and wait for assistance, and made a nice stop there. Bring up 2nd and 15, 16.
Tucker hands it off, and it's taken by Thibodeau, and Thibodeau's tackled one-on-one
Gets a couple of
by
good
Lachlan Burke.
44, Burke. Number 8, Moreno.
That'll bring up 3rd down. Looks like a punting situation. At this point, do you try for a field goal?
Field goal.
It's going to be a long one. They're standing at the 30, so about a 37-yarder, but this might be a good exercise for the kicker's confidence. Or
Koski has more than enough leg to get it there. It's going to be about the accuracy, of course.
Missing 2 players here on the field here, so we'll hopefully get those people on board. And the last one comes out. Ferguson joins the force here, and he'll be blocking. McLeod with the long snap. So filling in some positions here. Sabercats with a few injuries and guys out. Take it into hold.
Hold is good, snap's good, and the kick is
wide.
Just right, just off. And he gets out of the end zone, so that's going to automatically come out
just wide
to the 35-yard line.
End zone, gets back to about the
great job to run that out. He had plenty of leg, just hooked it a little right there. So
yeah, the clock again didn't run when it was supposed to.
So Cade McLeod, long snapper, down on coverage. Injured about the one getting tended to. Hopefully he'll be fine to go. And again, Koski with the miss. but certainly had enough leg though, so that's a good sign at
So it'll
37
be
yards.
First and 10 Chatham with 6 seconds left.
Nice
in
snap,
the
pretty
third
good
quarter.
hold. Just a little wide right. So 39-12 your score, 6.6 seconds to go in the third quarter. Looks like Chatham will take over.
Yeah, they'll
Start
take
their
over.
drive at the 20.
Yeah, because the ball got cleared, so I wasn't sure if it was the 35 or the 20, but because they were able to get the ball out of the end zone, the ball will automatically go to the 20-yard line.
So thanks for joining us, and hang in there, gang. We got one more quarter of football, and anything can happen. Sabercats up 27 points, 6.6 to go in the third, but again, Chatham hope to get their offense marching here. Malott Bennett at the wheel, and he's had one heck of a game. Let's see if he can find his receivers.
Again, the clock should be running, but it's not. So now it goes, and Malott Bennett takes it. He throws it up, and it's Trecarton in and out of his hands as the receiver fell.
Receiver falls.
Trecarton again having a great game, but unable to squeeze that one. That was an easy interception for Trecarton, usually sure-handed, but
that's another pass
got away.
breakup, though, for Trecarton. Yep. And that'll do it for the third quarter here. So the Sault Sabercats holding on to a 39-12 lead.
That's
like
third
you
quarter,
mentioned.
39-12. Your Sabercats.
12 minutes to play in this game, and like I said, Chatham Cougars trying to get their offense on track and close this gap.
Well,
Sabercats up 27.
I know you're trying to be diplomatic here, but it is going to be a task for them to end up coming back here in this game. It's the Sabercats have really just, other than the passing game of the Cougars, which has been outstanding here today, the Sabercats have dominated on most ends of the field, both sides of the ball here, and again, going forward, they're going to be a real tough team to beat if they are able to keep putting it all together. Now, the Sabercats are losing a lot of players who are going away to college and university upcoming, so they're going to be missing some practices and those types of things. We'll have to see what kind of effect that'll have on them next week. But other than that, this team is going to be a very, very, very difficult out, especially coming up here. It's tough to travel up here and play. As Malott Bennett takes it, he throws it up again. And nice coverage on the play by number 13.
Blair Boudreau.
Blair Boudreau with a beautiful
play.
Blair
Boudreau with the coverage.
Blair makes the play and he goes out of the game.
Second down.
And again, intended receiver, Caleb Roberts, obviously great wheels, and could have got one step on him. He might have been behind, but a great job by Boudreau to break that up. So it brings up third down.
Third down and 10. The punt team is out again, so we're going to get to see the leg yet again of Lachlan Burke. Lachlan has really been impressive here tonight, playing outstanding defensive football, but also special teamer. And Jaden Trudeau is showing that respect right now as he's lined up at the 45-yard line, his own 45-yard line. And there's the snap. There is a flag. The kick is off, and it's taken by Trudeau. Trudeau takes it. He goes right up the middle, and he's
catches the ball,
up there,
makes it to about
led by number
48,
50,
49-yard line before being brought down.
Another flag on the play. Brad Jordan picking up his
for Chatham. We do have a flag on the
penalty flag.
It will be against the Chargers. Oh. Well, Mr. McPherson, to help us get us through this game, I have a little surprise for you.
I hope it's a cheesesteak. Cheesecake. So we'll see what happens on his penalty. Lachlan Burke able to get the...
Scott, you got a special one here.
Strawberry.
Look at this.
Cherry cheesecake.
Props
Wonderful.
to Mama Cass cheesecakes again. Which one do I want is the question.
Wow. They delivered the goods, just like the Sabercats today, bringing it out here.
I'm not worried about the Sabercats anymore. I'm worried about these cheesecakes.
There's a 100% chance of them being.
That was specially made for you, she said. So.
Because I botched her cheesecake. I wonder if that would taste good, would it? Philly cheese? Philly cheesesteak cheesecake.
Yeah, that would work.
Nice. Before, after dinner treat. Anyway, back to the game here where we got 3rd and 5. Looks like they're going to move the ball forward. Not enough for a first down, so it'll be in a punting situation once again. Or is this? No, it looks like the defense is still on the field, so.
Yeah, they're going to go for it here. I mean, you kind of have to, right? What do you got to lose? So
it's unique that they would have punted at 3rd and 10, but now 3rd and 5, they're 5 yards closer. They're going to try and move the sticks, and we'll see what the roll of the dice brings. Another freeze.
And there's the snap, and it's taken. He looks left. He throws. He's got a receiver wide open on the outside, and he's going to get enough for the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Nice catch by Ashton Vink.
Great call and great execution by that quarterback again. Very impressive. A big kid, able to run, ramble, and obviously his arm is second to none. He's able to toss some big balls to the flats, and he's had a heck of a game. Numbers are probably not going to show it, but he's had himself a day today. So congratulations to Mr. Malott Bennett.
Malott Bennett has 3 receivers lined up to his right. He looks to his left.
Oh.
Little throw to the outside.
Got a little excited. Another great ball delivered to Brent Killens.
Bennett's pass intended for.
Normally Brent Killens would haul that in, so brings up 2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
I'm not sure what kind of cheesecake I got here, but it is unbelievable. So
full props, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the strawberry shortcake one. Okay.
Hard to do play-by-play with your mouth full, but we're going to do our best.
Yeah. Great play there by Roberts, and Roberts gets the first down yet again.
Out across the 45 for another first down.
Goche with the stop.
Goche with the stop.
Making a mention of Goche again, having himself a game. He's going to settle into this defensive position very easily and very nicely. So first down from the 45 for the Cougars.
Malott Bennett will take the snap. He's got 2 receivers lined up to his left, 2 receivers to his right, and he looks and he's got him on a wheel route, and there he goes, and what a defensive play. Unbelievable.
Pass intended for number 23, Robert.
21, Vecchio with a flag.
Absolutely perfect coverage. And yet again, another flag by the that I completely disagree with. I thought that was nice defense there, but
again, a nice ball thrown up by Malott Bennett, intended for Roberts. Flag on the play. It looks like defensive pass interference. They'll march that off, and that'll be a first down. Again, so even the coaches disagreeing.
The coaches are even telling them what they think.
So that's pass interference on your Sabercats. That'll be first.
They're going to have to be careful too, because those flags can be directed towards the bench.
Yep. No question.
And again, at 9:42, if we're able to.
Malott Bennett now takes it. He looks to his right, and great coverage on the outside, and the ball's loose, and it's picked up by Nick Carter. What a play by number 41.
41, Ethan Cartini with the strip.
He comes in, he gets the strip sack.
Nick Carter.
And it'll be, what are they calling here? They're calling down by contact?
Oh, but they're saying down by contact.
Some great control by Cartini not to explode on the quarterback, because he could have put his helmet to the back of his shoulder blades, but ball came loose. Carter picked it up, but they've deemed down by contact, so the Cougars will have the ball. 2nd and 20.
Malott Bennett, he takes that's going to be offside on the off. Was down there, according to Jay Houselander in studio, who said he was down, so good call by the official there, but offside now by the Cougars.
Probably offside on the Cougars.
Back them up a little further, and
remaining
Taking them
second
out of
down.
field goal range.
Yeah. So we'll go back. It'll be second down, and we'll call it 26.
It's a long way either way.
8:43 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Now they'll expect them to stretch it out and look on a deep route here. Down 26.
Malott Bennett. Oh, that's going to be offside yet again. And he throws it up.
Oh,
and
nice
what a
play.
play there. Good job by Trecarton to try and high point that,
Pass intended
but
for
also a
Killians again.
terrific effort by
Defended by Trecarton.
Killians,
We do have a flag
who
on the
tried
play.
to high point it as well. That's a nice play by both the receiver and the defender. And that was an easy call there by the officials. They're going to decline the penalty.
Not only did he jump offside, I think he was lined up offside, but that's a judgment call, and Brad Jordan was on it, threw the flag. That'll back them up even further unless they decline it, which will bring up third down.
Brad Jordan, who was recently named to the NFC Hall of Fame. So congratulations to Mr. Jordan on that award. He's been an official here in Sault Ste Marie for a number of years, done a terrific job, throughout his entire career as both a player and a ref. So
So the Sabercats have
well
declined the
deserved by
penalty.
him, and
Now it'll be third
nice
down.
to see him out here still continuing and doing a terrific job
Officially
giving
third
back
down
to
and
youth football here in
23.
Sault Ste Marie and across the province. And here's Malott Bennett. He takes it, and he looks deep again.
Yeah.
He throws the double coverage, and Trudeau looks to high point the ball, and that's some nice coverage on
Ball
both
intended
sides
for
there.
Killians.
And a great job by
Defender.
Trudeau to knock it down as they'll be turning
By
over on
Trudeau.
downs with no return available there.
25.
Knocked it to the
Trecarton.
grounds. That'll be a
It's a
turnover.
complete pass.
Killians is a
Turnover
little
on
upset
downs.
there, and he's still giving it to the ref.
And we'll have to watch it.
It'll be first down and 10 for the Sabercats with 8:16 to play, and the Sabercats will take over from the Cougars' 47-yard line, going right to left on your radio dial.
And still 8-12 to go in the game, Coach, so I don't think they can get off the gas. They'll have to keep moving forward. You might see a little more ground attack, try to run the clock down, but still a lot of game to play. Up 27, it's almost a foregone conclusion, but strange things happen, so let's see if this Sabercats offense can start preparing for next week and polish up some things.
Tucker, he takes the snap, he hands it off up the middle. Provenzano runs hard, and he's taken down, led
Tucker
by
to Provenzano
number
up the middle, taken by number 77.
who we don't have a name for,
We do not have a name for
unfortunately.
him.
I apologize, but that was a great
Tucker,
play by
or, sorry.
77.
Provenzano gets about 2 yards.
2 hard yards for Provenzano,
And
brings
we
up
have a
second and
green
8
timeout.
from the 45 of the Cougars.
Another player down here for the Sabercats. Not something you want to see at this stage of the game, especially a lineman who you need. Can't see a number on that, but
And all the helmets come off so the stars can show their
that's
beautiful locks and during
Yeah.
the timeout or injury timeout.
that's Ashton Sachin. So again, let's hope that's nothing serious on Ashton.
Again,
like
having
it's
a great season.
Yeah, it looks like it's an arm or a wrist injury.
And again, being that if we go on to win this game, we want to keep everybody healthy and ready for the semifinal next Saturday. So
So at what point, Scott, would you consider putting in, the backups here a little bit? Would you give it another couple of drives, another couple minutes? At what point would you, to your point, kind of give the other guys a little bit more experience and make sure these guys all get out of the game safe?
I think it's up 27 points. It's never too early to get your guys out and get some guys, to come to practice and put in the time and aren't often rewarded or get their name mentioned here on the radio. Get them a chance to get a few licks. If you have one injury, it's one injury too many. So get your starters out, give them a rest, especially if they're dealing with nagging stuff.
And there's Tucker. He looks to his right. And Tucker with a nice throw
Tucker with a quick
inside.
pass.
He hits number
It's number 16, Ray
Ray
Rumil.
Rumil
with
For a
his first
completion,
catch of the
first
day.
down.
Again, Rumil mentioned earlier on a block leading JT to the end zone, but again, getting a chance, and that's a great call. Get him his touches because if anybody goes down next week or somebody's unable to play, a guy like Rumil needs his confidence, so nice for them to delivered the ball to him, and great job to catch.
And Ray's an outstanding young man. I coached him for a number of years, comes from a great family, so nice to see him out there getting some action. It always blows me away that he's playing wide receiver, as he was such a dominant defensive player back in his younger days. He was a great linebacker. And there's Tucker again, a little hitch pass to the outside to Trudeau, and another outstanding block. Who is that
Tucker,
on the outside?
pass
Number
is complete to
19.
Trudeau.
What a battle by Matt Malcolm as
Looks
he
like
makes a terrific block, and that's what you like to see.
Taking
The
down
one
number
thing
one,
about the
Wesley Dean.
Sabercats team that always seems to impress me is their wide receivers like to block, and they are absolute monsters out there. And they're, it's like having extra linemen out there.
Good for about 5 yards, 2nd and 5.
And it keeps you from being one-faceted. I mean, if you can catch the ball and you have speed, that's one thing. But if you're a double threat because you can block for a teammate on a route, that's just another advantage, a layer that the defense has to respect and stay home for.
Here comes Tucker. He's got 4 receivers to his left. And there's Provenzano up the middle, and Provenzano gets the first down. Continues to
Provenzano runs for
go.
the first down for the Sabercats.
And again, you're talking about like Koski in at receiver now as a slot. Looks like you got some of the guys that are in getting reps, and again, that never hurts their confidence and their preparation for next week. It's
Absolutely, and you want to develop these kids for next year too, right? You want to give them some action.
especially some of your young guys that don't see the field. Like I said, come to the field every day of practice and spend their time and get abused, and to reward them is great.
Tucker, he looks to his left, has nobody, looks to his right, and Tucker just decides to
Tucker
throw it away,
scrambles.
and he takes a shot.
Pushed out of bounds
My
and throws it out of
goodness,
bounds.
did he take a shot, and he's able to get up
Out
and
of harm's way, that'll
get
set up
out.
2nd down.
That's another thing. At what point do you take Tucker out and give Gauthier a little bit of action?
Gautier's had enough attention for one day, hasn't he? Been created by himself, but yeah, absolutely, give him a chance and bring him out. And like I said, easily Tucker could go down with an injury next game, and if Dakin has some, snaps other than ones in practice, then his confidence is boosted too. So.
Yeah, no question. It'll be 2nd down and 10 here for the Sabercats from the Cougars' 24-yard line, it looks like.
Looks like 77, Owen Andriola getting some reps in there, which is great too. Again, another lineman that is getting some valuable time.
Yeah, we don't talk a lot about these guys, right? We don't talk a lot about like the Owen Androla, like who you mentioned, or we don't talk a whole lot about Marcus Graham, who's an absolute beast in there for this team, or Mateo Torreson, who's a heck of a football player in his own right. Marcus Palumbo, another absolute stud on that O-line. We don't talk too much about those guys, but they deserve a lot of credit. They've given Tucker some time here today, and they have opened up some holes as Thibodeau with a good hard run. He falls forward.
Thibodeau with
And
a
that's
good
going to
run.
be a flag. That's going to be an automatic first down against.
We do have a flag on the play.
So that'll be a penalty against Lachlan Burke for a push after the play. He makes a nice tackle on Caleb Thibodeau, something that's not easy to do.
Oof.
And then he pushes Thibodeau afterwards. So that'll be a unsportsmanlike conduct or an unnecessary roughness penalty, and that's a good call by the official as it happened right in front of them. So looks like unnecessary roughness. It'll be.
And again, too, I'd like the Sabercats offensive coaches
So the
to,
call is unnecessary roughness.
in the last few minutes here, to get everybody their touches so they're ready to play. They're, Thibodeau and get a few extra yards on the ground, kill the clock, make an impact, and everybody, like I said, gets prepared for next week's semifinal. And we're all firing on all cylinders, and hopefully the playoff march continues.
That brings it down
That'll
to
move
the
6,
5-yard
Be
line.
about the 5 or 6 yard line. First down, Sabercats.
First down, Sabercats. We'll see what they elect to do. Keep it on the ground or take it to the air. Matty Tucker still in under center. I'm sure Tucker would like to go out and roll out and add to his stat sheet today for another 6.
And Tucker looks to his right, and he throws it, and what a throw by Tucker, and he hits.
Number 11 looks
for the Sault Sabercats, and they extend the lead, and that should do it for the game.
So they go for 2 here and get the 35-point difference so they can run straight time, or does it matter as 4:54 left to play?
Yeah, tough call here, right? We'll have to see what they decide, but
Looks like they're setting up with Koski for the extra point. Dakin to hold. Dakin and Goche holding. McLeod in at the long snapper position. They'll snap to Goche with Koski with the kick. And again, a routine. Can't even get a cheesecake bet on this one. Koski's money from here.
that's right. And Koski's kick is good, and that extends the lead a little bit more.
Koski's kick is up and good, 46-12.
46-12. That brings the margin to 34. We won't roll straight clock until 35-point difference, but 4:54 to play in the game. Looks pretty routine from here.
So, Scott, obviously we've seen these the Sabercats quite a bit here this year. We've seen them, face not much adversity here at home. If you're the coaching staff, how are you going to prepare these guys for a good, solid home game against, a really good competition, and in a situation where they're likely going to face a little bit more adversity? How do you kind of get them on the right mindset and kind of get them prepped for that?
Well, the first thing that strikes me is they're playing cross-conference, so they're playing a team that they've never seen before. Sure, they'll have game film on them, but and it will be a stiffer competition because this is the 4 seed on the other side, so they'll probably most likely play a 1, 2, 3 seed from that other conference. So you can watch game film all you want, but not having the adversity, having 2 home games canceled, one by forfeit, one because of a fold, and then 2 weeks ago the game was canceled at halftime. They haven't had a lot of adversity. They haven't had a lot of reps here at Spear Heights Field. So even though they have home field advantage, they'll just have to be prepared, come ready to play, and execute the way they've been doing X and O's all year.
And there's a beautiful kick deep, and it's taken, and they run a little bit of a reverse, and they have something going here as he takes it to the outside, but great play by number 88, Jack
Nice little
McPherson
trickery.
Again. Genius to
Ball
pick
ends up
that
in the
up.
hands.
25 Landis Carton bit in on the
He's eventually
double
pushed out of
handoff,
bounds. Number
and
88, Jack McPherson.
88
first and 10
McPherson able
Chatham.
to shove out of bounds, avoiding the penalty. As is always the tendency to give a last shove as they go out of bounds. But nice job to stop him at the 32-yard line. That means the Cougars will take off 4:43, looking to move the ball. And just a reminder that after that touchdown, another one brought to you by Mama Cass Cheesecakes. Striving to bring you the best cheesecake using only finest ingredients, specializing in New York-style baked cheesecakes. They make keto, gluten-free, and lactose-free, so you never have to miss out on dessert. Dinners, parties, weddings, big or small, we'll cheesecake them all. Find them on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Mama Cass Cheesecakes. So again, the Cougars take over after the kickoff. Malott Bennett still under center, having himself a heck of a game.
So he's going to look. He's going under center here, and there's a pitch to the outside. Duplessis takes it, and he's met right up the middle by number 33, Ethan Arruda. Nice play there by Arruda.
A great job
Never
by
had Duplessis
Arruda.
with the
Again, we haven't seen him
ball tackled
taking
by
too many
Ethan
reps,
Arruda.
but able to step up there and
for a
contribute.
loss.
Nice fill in the hole. Duplessis looks pretty slick there as an undersized back. He has some great wheels and almost got away there, but Arruda stepping up to make the stop. That was unique, Coach. They had one of the guys coming out this side.
Yeah, yeah. I saw that too. It's not something you see every day, but
Chatham's called the timeout.
Well within the rules, I guess.
we have a timeout here by Chatham.
Not enough players, maybe 2, 4. Maybe a management personnel thing. We need to get a few more bodies on. It's hard to beat this Sabercats team at full strength, so when you're down 2, you got a severe disadvantage. But like I said, Sabercats look to move on next week. And have we confirmed that the game next week is 4 o'clock? We don't know yet, so stay tuned to Saultsports.com and We will give you the details as soon as we can, including the opponent for next week.
Do you like these 1 o'clock games, or do you prefer a 4 o'clock?
Well, I know that my son is not happy with the 1 o'clock start because he doesn't get to sleep in, but
Yeah.
but it's pool time or it's barbecue time, so you choose your pick your poison. So
I know these kids still sleep in on game days, eh?
well, I'm sure their heroes do the same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, get up, play a little video game, and come to the field and living the dream.
Hope for the best.
And the best part about this is you see the boys after, especially after a big win, you know, provided they don't get hurt, they're smiling ear to ear and they're doing what they love, and they'll be signing autographs tonight at the party, and little local heroes. And
yeah.
And you know what? We were there one day, long ago, and you miss those days, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And you know what? It's, they're a good group of kids for the most part. And, I always tease these kids because I see them at school all the time. And if you see them in school and then you saw them here, you'd almost think they're two different people, right? It's like, and what a little trick play there. And that almost worked. But wisely played by the Sabercats for the stop.
For Brent Gillens,
and it was nice to see the safeties all not bite up on the run, because that was a nice hitch pass to 23 there, Roberts, and opted to look downfield and pass. A little underthrown, but that would have been a nice executed play. So it looks like 3rd down and 12. And at this point, I'm sure that the Cougars will go for it, try to get them a few more yards and move the sticks. Again, we're up 46-12, 3:09 to go. Cougars from their own 30.
Malott Bennett runs a freeze there. Now he takes the snap. He looks to his left. He throws it up. He's got
it open.
And nice catch. Oh, he dropped it. He had it in his hands.
Pass intended for number 85.
Just out of the hands of Hansen. He can't squeeze it.
Let's give Juma a little credit there. He had it almost brought in, and then Juma reached
by number 4.
Reached in with the breakup, and nice play by Hanser, but he wasn't able to pull it in. So a turnover on downs, and your Sabercats will take over. And what do you do here?
Sounds like, I don't know, it's tough, right? You just kind of take a knee or run the ball. I would probably
run the 3-minute warning.
Yeah, run the ball, try and pick up a couple first downs, try and kill the clock a little bit.
Yeah, and they got Provenzano out and Thibodeau in, so let's give him the ball and a few touches and get his motor running and seeing if he can get ready for next week and the next playoff game. What a vaunted offense they have. The weapons, both with Provenzano and Thibodeau running the ball, as well as other cast characters that help in that regard too. But and then your wideouts with Trudeau, McPherson, Bumbaco, Koski, all these guys stepping up to play. Don't forget Carter, and it is just such a great offense. And some would say that the Achilles heel used to be the line. And the line has seemed to have progressed very well this year, and now there's no questions about that. These guys are dominating on both sides of the offensive, defensive line and showing their worth. And it's going to be a tall task to upset these Sabercats, right?
Caleb, and Caleb Thibodeau is another player that we haven't had a chance to speak a whole lot about today. Caleb Thibodeau is an absolute beast at running back. But we've talked a lot about Ronan Provenzano this year, and kind of how he's developed and how he's kind of come across, and how he started off as a lineman in his younger days. Now he's arguably one of the best running backs in the province. So Thibodeau is stuck behind him, so he's kind of a little bit of a backup role right now. But man, is he a wrecking ball when he gets that ball? He is tough to take down. He's strong. He's got that football body to him. So. Looks like the Cats are going to run out some clock here as much as possible, which is wise.
And back to Thibodeau, obviously a powerhouse of a runner, and like I said, Provenzano off to Waterloo, and big bright future ahead of him. But there's Thibodeau.
And Thibodeau with a beautiful run up the middle, and that's to the point. And look at him, he stays on his feet. Oh, he looks like he got his knee down. And great tackle by number 51.
Somewhere around the 10-yard line.
Cameron Peltier with a stop. We'll see what the flag is. I'm not sure if they're going to call that a horse collar or
I'm thinking so, yeah. But again, you mentioned Thibodeau, and then he does that, right? Just showing what he can do, and he's an absolute beast. And you know what? He would rather take on contact than run away from it, and that spells disaster for anybody stepping up into the hole, as he usually gives them 20
So it's a
20
block from
pounds.
behind against
It's going to be an
Sabercats.
illegal block to the back by the Sabercats, so that run is going
That'll
to.
negate the run.
I'm not sure if it's after the first down potentially.
Looks like they're staying
Illegal
put.
block in the back. It was a first down. It was after the first down, so the first down will stand.
All right, that looks like first and 10 from the 25. So again, last couple of games, I don't know if he's had nagging injuries or what have you, but they haven't used Thibodeau in to the degree that they did earlier in the season. So hopefully he's healthy, and hopefully they, like I said, use all their weapons next week. They got so many to choose from, and it's got to be tough as an OC to pick your poison, right? But
And what a tackle there by
Back to
number
Thibodeau.
8, Sebastian Moreno. He's had a
Moreno again
strong
with
game
the
here.
tackle.
he sure
We've called
is.
his name quite a bit, and he's come to play for this Chatham Kent Cougars team.
And I love those undersized guys that step up, and then you can tell he's almost in the next Tuesday already. So
Yeah.
taking that lick, he's limping a little with his shoulder there, and I'm sure when you get hit by Thibodeau, you remember.
Well, it's also one of those things, too, right? When you're in a game, you're losing, like, you're down by however much you're down by here, 30-some points. And, it's tough to play hard, and you got a monster like Thibodeau coming down at you. That's a credit to the kid for being able to step in there. And he's wide open. McPherson was open earlier, and that's a tip. And it's caught. What
Pass
a
is
catch
up,
there.
Touchdown, Sabercats.
What a snag. Trying to get a number there to.
Is that 19? Is that Malcolm again? 16, Ray
It
Ramil
is
again.
Ray Ramil.
Excellent concentration. Ray
Outstanding
Ramil holds
catch
it to
by
touchdown
Ray
for the
Ramil
Sabercats.
with his first touchdown,
Wow.
I believe, of the season.
That is impressive.
But
Ball
nice
bouncing
grab.
around.
Yeah, that was, again, well-deserved, outstanding young man, and nice to see him get his action, and nice to see him get a play. And, Jack was wide open there as well.
I saw Thibodeau leak out too in the flats there, and I thought they were going to give it to him because he was wide open. But anyway, he likes to go to Ramil, and after a circus catch.
But you like to see that too, right, by your quarterback, right? Get your guys involved, get the
Koski's
guys
kick is up
involved
and
that show up to practice, that might not get to play all the time.
Absolutely.
It's kind of what you like to see, right? Again, we've talked about Tucker and we talked about his leadership. And we've seen the same by Malad Bennett, though, right? How many games do we call, especially at this level, where the quarterback kind of locks on to one guy and throws the ball to one guy consistently? And that's the one thing we've noticed by both quarterbacks here today is they've gotten almost all their receivers involved in the action and given them an opportunity to make plays. So terrific job by both quarterbacks here today.
And again, that was a knock on Matty Tucker years ago, especially his first year in senior. He would lock in, and his primary was his absolute. He had his blinders on, and Coach Zimmy and his dad, Matty Tucker Sr., would always explain to him, you know what, there's more out there, check down. And now with his poise, with his confidence, with his footwork improving, Matty's been able to roll out and find his guys downfield or on, if somebody's covered, to look off and look away. And he always has that ability to tuck it in and go for a run if he needs to. So that makes him very, dangerous. And you see that even the way he carries himself on the field, he's more confident, and that's the reason he's having the year he is.
So it'll be a kickoff here by Koski with 1:47 to play. I believe we'll be going straight time now for the last minute and 47 seconds. Koski with a nice little squib kick, and it's picked up there by Travis Lassam. And Lassam with a nice little return there, picks up a few
kick
yards.
is picked up by number 33,
Out to the 43.
Travis Lassam.
And with 1:37, clock still
41
running, might have time for
In on
two
the
plays.
tackle, he had a little help.
Lassam with a nice
54,
return.
Keandre Boca.
And again, Sabercats defense out to close it out against these Chatham Kent.
And with the
Cougars.
plus 35-point difference.
And again, props to the Chatham Kent Cougars coming a long way and putting up an excellent effort.
Absolutely. I mean, they've come out here and played a real good game. Like we said before, the Chatham Kent Cougars are a top-notch organization in the OSFL. Everyone knows what they bring to the table. They travel hard. They play hard. High-quality staff, high-quality players. You know, just watching this game, I've been really impressed just by the way that they've never really gave up, right? I mean, this game might have got out of hand, but they kept battling. They kept fighting. You know, scoring 2 touchdowns in this game, especially when you're down by so much, shows a lot of character, and that's what you want. And they just decide to wisely run it up the middle with number 55, Bryce Bear, the old lineman, with a nice run. He falls forward for a gain of 3 or 4. It was a nice tackle. I didn't see who made it.
Caden McLeod, number 23 on the tackle. So not just doing the long snapper duties, but getting in licks on defensive line. And
nice to see he's okay, too, because he
was injured earlier. That's correct.
Earlier,
yeah.
Right? So, or hurt earlier, yeah.
This looks to be the last play of the game.
Malott Bennett, he takes it, and he throws a little wheel route to the outside, and it's caught. What a catch there. Evan Starr with
a nice catch downfield. He gets to about the 40.
Again, though, that's where you see Owen Malott Bennett, right? He's just so close on all of those. Folks. And are they going to give him one more play? They get one more play.
They get one more play, yeah. So they'll close it out, and I'm sure they're going to go for the end zone.
It looks like, I don't know, the Sabercats are walking out onto the field, and so are...
I think there might be one more play.
There should be one more play.
One more play, so celebration will have to wait. And like I said, they'll probably go for the end zone, finish big. Congratulations to the Chatham Kent Cougars. Obviously, they won't be going on in the playoffs, but congratulations on a fine season and all the best to your program next year.
I'd like to see Malott Bennett just throw one up here. Let's test that arm as he rolls, and he just dumps it out. That's a good play too, right?
Yeah.
And Duplessis with a nice play, and he's wrapped up by Marcus Graham, I believe, the old lineman. So that'll do it here from Superior Heights. The Sault Sabercats with a 53-12 victory. We thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back next week with semifinal action. I'm Tony Bonifero, joined alongside Scott McPherson, Jay and Shaw Houselander in studio, and Chris Carr in a chair. We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in.